Hello, everybody, and welcome to Eternal Mooncast, the streaming show all about Sailor Moon fan theories. We cover everything from the prominent to the obscure in the Mooniverse. I'm your host, Michi, with my co host, Selene.
What's up?
Whoop, whoop. And returning with us tonight is Superrlynn, is a
Hello.
casual Sailor Moon fan, usually behind the camera for lovely Sailor Scouts by demand. One of these days, she'll cosplay her favorite scouts, Sailor Mercury and Sailor Saturn. Thanks for being back here, Lynn.
Hello, hello. Thanks for having me back. It's always fun to do one of these things.
I actually would love to see you as Sailor Mercury because I
She
can see
makes
it in my head.
She's so cute as Mercury.
I see it in my brain, and I'm like, "Oh my god, she'd be so cute."
No, and actually just to show off, and especially our little graphics, look how cute this is.
Oh my god, I didn't even realize.
Look how cute. She's adorable. And look at our brand new YouTube thumbnail. Thank you, the Comfy Witch, for making this gorgeous, beautiful thumbnail.
Before we start, we're gonna actually have Michi pop up our disclaimer. You guys can read this. The following statements are just personal opinions of Eternal Mooncast. Eternal Mooncast does not represent toy animation or the Sailor Moon intellectual property in any way. We are here to have fun. Thank you, Mitch.
Yes. Woot. All right. And tonight we delve into the cosmos. Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon Cosmos, the movie predictions. And I feel like this is going to be interesting because we still don't know when we're getting it over here.
There's nothing. I have been searching. There is absolutely zero. There is no mention if who's getting it. Everyone thinks it's Netflix because Netflix got Eternal, but Netflix announced Eternal much sooner than we've got nothing. Netflix had already made the announcement pretty much when Eternal was coming out that
Yes.
they were going to take it. So we don't know when we're getting in the States. And I'm getting a little pissed off because I'm like,
I feel like they might be announcing it at Anime Expo.
Oh, that
Very
could be.
possible.
that could be it.
Because there's a lot. There's always things like that.
Hmm.
Obviously, working in the similar industry, they always like to announce things at events.
Hasn't there been a big con before this though, or
Anime
there
What
hasn't been a
Expo, I
con
think,
earlier
is the
this year?
biggest.
True,
So,
Anime Expo is pretty.
isn't that where they announced SG5, the Sailor Guardian 5 band?
I'm not sure.
I swear, like something about Anime Expo and them is like deep in my brain.
it's
'Cause
possible.
I think I got to go to Anime Expo. That's in Cali, right?
Yeah,
Correct.
that's in Cali.
Yeah, that's the one I got to go to for the Viz Media contest I won. The cosplay contest.
Oh,
They sent us to Anime Expo,
Oh,
and
it's overwhelming.
I've never been to something like that. That was the most overwhelming that I've ever felt at a con.
Yep.
mhm.
I've never seen so many people. Like, I go to Otakon and I go to Katsucon, and it's a drop in the bucket.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
can't move. Although I will say the vendors hall, stunning, sensational. But yeah, that might be it because Anime Expo is what?
2
Is
weeks.
it 2 weeks?
It's 2
Okay.
weeks.
When the first movie's out, like the first Sailor Moon Cosmos movie, isn't it already out in Japan?
Yes, it is already in Japan. It came out this past weekend. Wait, no, it came out where's the calendar?
I don't even know.
It came out on the 6th,
Oh, so 11
this
days
past
ago.
weekend. So this past weekend was its opening weekend.
Okay. So that's why I've been seeing it a ton on TikTok.
Yes. You're also seeing a ton because there was a leak for the second movie,
I already yeah,
um, intro, which I'm super excited about. I love the Sailor Stars intro, and the fact that they're redoing it, I was like my little moony heart. You're also seeing, like, the popcorn buckets, which are Luna.
yes, the popcorn buckets with
The
the little eternal cup.
Yeah, the Eternal Cup and stuff like that. So you're seeing a lot of that because and that's why you're seeing a lot for it because it did come out this past weekend
Mhm.
or prior weekend. Last week is when.
Yeah,
Um,
'cause we just had a panel at Anime Festival Orlando today, and that was a big topic. Let's start here. What do we know so far about the movies besides that they're gonna take place in the Stars arc and it's gonna be a two-parter?
We know it's gonna follow the manga from what just the scenes we've gotten. I mean,
Mhm.
they've shown several scenes, they've shown just so you guys know, we give spoilers.
This is a
If you
spoiler-heavy
haven't
show.
if you haven't read the manga or watched the anime at this point, I'm so sorry, but, like, they showed Mamoru's death.
Yes.
We
Okay.
got a glimpse
Mhm.
of that and how he is died and how he dies, and then we got to see just a glimpse of Usagi having that breakdown.
And something that I think there was a new trailer that came out that has spoilers that I wanted to see how you guys felt about. Maybe we could go back through all of the YouTube that they've given us, and we can figure out bits and pieces from there. But sorry, go ahead and continue, Celine.
Sorry, my kid came home and did not warn me he was coming home. Dogs went off. Actually, haven't see when did we get a new trailer? We get a new trailer last week and I didn't see it?
You know me, I never watch anything. It was 3 days ago. Shall I
Then I
pull it
have
up?
not seen it either.
Okay, so let's go ahead, bring this up. So it's this one right here.
Oh, Cosmos. Okay, so this is when they announced the voice actress for Cosmos.
Oh, was it this
Oh.
trailer then 5 days ago maybe? Because I heard there was spoilers in the trailer.
It might be the Cosmos one or maybe the one from 5 days ago. I think I've seen them all. Never mind.
But I have not, if that helps.
Okay. So this was a year ago when they announced it, I believe.
And we got nothing.
Yeah, because let me play this.
You know what that Netflix commercial should have been?
Huh.
For Sailor Moon Cosmos.
For Sailor Moon.
Netflix, where is my announcement if you're gonna take over it?
I
Or
mean,
Hulu, like, give me
Something. Don't give us the nothing tour. All right.
yeah, they gave nothing. I remember that, and I was like, "That's it."
But I like it. Not say let me. I think it gives a lot of drama without saying
Mhm.
a lot. You know what I
What's crazy is with that announcement, we didn't know we were getting 2 movies at that point.
Oh, that's a good point. You
that's
got
true.
We
one.
everyone was like, "Is this gonna be 1 movie? You can't do that. You're not gonna fit stars in 1 movie. You barely fit
Eternal.
the Dead Moon Circus into 2 movies."
We can debate on how well they did that.
They didn't.
They
They
I
didn't.
didn't.
was cheated.
We were cheated.
Yep.
I was cheated. I For anybody who loves the Eternal movies, it was good. It was okay. We should have gotten a series. The Dead Moon arc is actually longer than the Stars arc.
Yep.
It should have been at least a 12 episode series, not 2 movies. So 4 hours. It's
I like
not enough.
condense it.
You missed a lot. You didn't get the feelings that you got from the manga. Like I said, the manga was much longer than 2 movies. Now, Stars, yes, I would have loved a series, but Stars is short enough in the manga for it to be 2 movies. And we didn't find out it was 2 movies till what, 2 months ago? 3 months ago?
I think they could have done a series if they tried to make a baby between the 90s anime and the manga. I think we could have got a full-fledged series.
But they weren't going to because they already messed up in the beginning of Crystal
Yeah.
when they were first doing this whole damn thing. And they decided to go off bar and not kill the generals.
The pocket rocks.
So they aren't like sidetracking too much. So I don't think they would have been able to get a full series because I guarantee you we would have complained. Because they would have been like, What else do we do?" They could have done like Villains of the Week like the original 90s show.
Oh my god, can you imagine how good that would have been? Like
It would have been fantastic.
a movie budget level villain of the week.
I don't know why we're not gonna get that with some of the animes that are coming out. Like, I think I get upset because Demon Slayer, look at Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is getting they got a movie and they still are getting their series.
Yep.
Yep.
The thing is, like, Demon Slayer is making money, but Sailor Moon already has money.
Yeah. It already has a
Sailor Moon has a
foundation.
freaking store. Sailor Moon has its own Sailor Moon store. Like, you're gonna give me movies? That's it.
Lynn, as a casual fan, how did you feel about the movies versus the series?
Again, I'm a 90s baby. So any of the 90s stuff was always a fan of, but obviously the Eternal movie, I'm like, but where's my fluff? I need the fluff.
The
I
fluff
like
is
my
the heart.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's just so I can connect better with the characters and everything like that. I'm like, "Oh, I don't remember reading, the Eternals part of,
Mhm.
like, the Dead Circus part and everything because I will be honest, I binged the last arc reading, so but it's just a little I'm just like, for me as a casual fan, I'm just like, "They could have done more.
No,
Give me more."
definitely. No, and it was interesting how the YouTube videos started to come out because, okay, we got the movie announcement and then
Mhm.
or
And it was
actually,
right after the 30th. You know what? I'm still mad about that. They're the symbol for the 30th because the art is so jacked up on her hand.
is it?
Yeah. Her fingers,
Oh, I see.
they actually photoshopped them from where they were because they were covering part of her eye, and
Oh,
they didn't like that, so they photoshopped it, so her hand is tweaked. I was like, "Why
Mm,
didn't you just ask Naoko to redraw it?"
I just huh, interesting.
Yeah, her fingers don't if you go and look at an image of it, her fingers don't match up to her doing this.
yeah.
They literally photoshopped a finger over.
What?
And I was because I remember when it came out and I was looking, I was like, "Why does that hand is not right?" I was like, "There's something wrong." And then I found out they shopped the hand because it like a finger was covering part of the eye.
Oh my
I
god.
was like, "Why don't you just ask her to redraw it?"
They
That
were
doesn't
probably like, "No one will notice. How would they know?"
Everybody noticed the moment it happened.
Alright, and then what was the next video about the movie after we got that 1 year?
We didn't see stuff till scroll up till
This
that
one?
Sailor Stars one.
This one? Okay, so this is just something else.
That's I don't think that's stars. That
Yeah,
looks
that
like
doesn't look
supers.
like stars. Okay. So then we got introduction, which it makes sense to do the starlights next because the starlights are that important, I think, to stars, you know what I mean? Because you really can't tell the story of Sailor Moon stars without Seiya, especially.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right, let's go ahead and play this one.
We got more of the art in this trailer, which was nice. Also, I think that was the announcement for it being 2 movies
Oh,
because they just showed that.
Okay, and that one came out 5 months ago, so we had 7 months where we didn't know practically anything. Which is crazy when you think about it, and also, I feel like they teased so many '90s anime moments in that trailer,
yeah.
but they're not gonna have the payoff, is the funny part.
Mm, with the roof scene, because it's the whole "Why aren't I enough" kinda thing.
What book is that? Is that book 1 or book 2? I think it's 1.
It's gonna be closer to being in the first 5 chapters of Stars
That I was like,
because it's, like, him trying
Say
to get her attention.
I just gotta say, as a football player, is 11 out of 10.
yeah.
Mhm. Oh, yeah, they all do the sports, or something else. I'm like, I'm just glad that they didn't give Taki a 5 head. I was like,
Fair.
"This man has been redeemed." He had a little bit of a forehead, but not like the '90s anime. The forehead that they gave that poor man, you could have landed an airplane on that strip. Like,
He's the coolest hairstyle they could have given Ty.
they made up for it because I was like, "He doesn't have that big of a fore he has a little bit of a forehead in the manga, but not like that. Come on. Don't be so mean to him
Too late.
because he's the least favorite." And I'm
Okay.
like, "He's not my favorite," but I'm like, "Don't be so mean to him."
Okay, so this is the rooftop scene that
Mhm,
everybody is thinking of, and this is a totally different moment in the manga versus the '90s anime.
mhm. He's trying to make her remember Mamoru
Yeah,
and that
because
he died.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's like, "Homeboy's dead." Like,
remember.
"No."
Yeah,
She's
because
like, "No." He's
that's
like and throws,
Remember.
like, a tarot card in front of her face.
Yeah, because Haruka and Michiru are trying to come up to help, and then they get paralyzed. And then Celine, you're so much sorry, I know Celine's better at reading from a book, but I'm gonna give it my best shot. Seiya is trying to say, "Remember," and then Seiya is saying, "There's no time. You have to pull yourself together or we'll lose this fight. Remember what happened to Jupiter and Mercury. Remember what happened to your Mamoru." And then Usagi screams, "No, I don't wanna see the rest."
That's right, because she also starts, like, blotting out the scouts' deaths, too.
Yep.
Which, by the way, anybody who hasn't read the manga, be prepared for your favorite character to die quickly and with gusto.
Yeah.
They just offed. Like, this is nothing like Stars where they all die in the last couple episodes. No, they just
That's
get
it.
picked off
They're like, "Oh,
by
it's
the
your
enemy.
turn. Bye."
And it's 2 scouts at a time normally because it was
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mercury and Jupiter at the same time.
Mhm.
yes. It's literally 2 at a time.
Mhm.
Let's see, and
Just
then
gone.
which I'm just like, I feel like people are gonna be shook when they watch the movies.
Everyone's
The
gonna have
thing
to see a
is
therapist.
yeah, Sailor Moon makes me see a therapist.
Let's see, I think then after the 5-month trailer, I believe we got then another trailer which had the iconic poster with her and Galaxia and everybody.
Because we hadn't seen much of Galaxia until the recent trailers.
No, I think everybody's forgetting that, and honestly, it's really interesting. So this was the next trailer, and this came out 4 months ago, so it was 1 month later.
We also got to see Chibi in that trailer. Because the first trailer, you get a glimpse of Chibi just in the sky. That was the first real look at Galaxia, I think, and hearing her voice more.
Ugh, so good.
And then we actually got to see Chibi.
Yes.
I'm hoping that this movie means we're gonna get a Chibi figure. Like, I want some Chibi.
Maybe.
I have one Chibi thing. There's a petite Chara and a Chibi, and that's it.
That's
I saw an
crazy.
acrylic stand so far. And she's so I understand she's supposed to be small, but, like, the acrylic stand is so tiny.
Tiny?
I'm like, "Oh, man." I'm like,
Okay,
"Give it to me."
so that one, we established Chibi Chibi. We
Mhm.
established Galaxia, which, by the way, her voice actress, the more I hear her, the more I fall in love with her. Like,
One of the most recent trailers when she's just, like, doing her evil and then her laughter, I was like, "Homegirl went hard," and I was like, "I appreciate you," because we've said this in a previous episode where we were wondering how it was gonna go because we've listened to the original '90s, and she had that, like, commander, like, the older woman commander voice, and then we listened to the English, and we were like, "You made her too young." Like, she was too young sounding, and we were concerned about this because she did sound a little young in this first trailer, but they redeemed themselves in the later trailers that were coming out.
and I have the next one pulled up. So the next one came out 2 months ago, so we had a skip for a month.
Probably because of the shorts.
Oh, and we'll go over those next. But let's go ahead and get back into the trailers. Looks like just promo after that.
That was where they were announcing what the little cards that you were gonna get for,
Mhm.
the freebies.
Ugh, I win.
I want him.
I
He
know. Can I have the set, please? But I think that trailer's really interesting because to me, this is for those who haven't seen Stars, I think Stars is the most desperate Usagi ever gets.
I agree.
We also got to see that, they were gonna do Sailor Kakyu. That was
Yes.
when we found
Yes.
out. And I was like, "Yes!" 'Cause we don't really like I said, we see the Starlights and stuff like that, but it's nice to see other Sailor Scouts than the main girls.
Mm.
So I'm excited to see Sailor Kakyu, and she fights with tarot cards.
I'm so
Yes.
excited.
So I'm glad
Alright.
we got to see that, and we kinda got to see Chibi fighting for a second.
Yeah, like, ever so slightly, we got to see it. And I love that shot of all of them together behind Sailor Moon. It's very reminiscent of the '90s.
Mhm.
It's also the exact picture out of the manga for the end of it, for the end of Stars.
I just reread Stars, I should remember that.
That's when she sees them on the top of the stairwell, and they're like, "We're all
Yes.
here for you."
Oh, okay, 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 now I'm with you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
So
gonna
that
be
was nice to see that. That's actually an image in the manga, is when she sees all of them.
they
Um,
just I love how fierce they make her this thumbnail.
we also got to see the fact that we are gonna see moves that we have never seen before that were manga only with, Neptune and her violin.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna see the other outer scouts have several everyone has, like, a certain move in the Stars arc that's very unique to the manga. They're interesting. They were just random moves that, Naoko would make up, but we got a glimpse of that in this trailer that they're gonna show the manga only moves.
And I did see the new moves.
And then the one thing I'm skipping over is the theme song because we already tapped dance on Toei's Last Nerve with copyright, so I don't wanna get that close to them. But it looks like the next trailer didn't come out till 1 month before.
Yeah, because we were getting the shorts where they just went through all the scouts,
Yes,
which we've
okay.
already shown before.
Yes, we have, that's true. Okay, so let's watch this trailer then. This was 1 month out. I think is more about the starlights themselves because it's, like, them on the cover and everything, so I think it'll be really interesting. Alright, let's go ahead. So that was just a starlight
Mhm.
preview.
Oh, we got to hear the fact that they're remaking the original song from the '90s.
Yes!
Mhm.
Search for your love!
So I'm
I
excited about that because I was like, "They better sing.
One song and one song only.
I was
They
like,
know how to do it."
how are they idols without a song? They better be singing.
I know.
See, and then I think we got, like, a bunch of trailers back to back then, didn't we? With
Yes, because those aren't trailers. Those
oh,
are
okay.
recaps of all the seasons.
Ah?
Yeah, I was like, that's like a
Oh.
recap.
Recap,
Yes,
recap.
they were huge they were recaps for people to catch up,
Okay.
and then the one with all the scouts is a trailer.
This one?
Yes. It's
Okay.
just a quick trailer of the Eternal Scouts.
Oh my god, it actually worked on the first try.
And they were
So
showing us everyone's transformation.
so quick to the point, but really good.
Yeah, it was just, giving everybody a preview of what everyone's gonna look like. Everybody's been dying to see the Eternal Scouts,
Oh,
and just a
yes.
glimpse of their transformations.
Because the Eternal Scouts, I feel like, are beloved by the fandom a lot.
It's because their outfits actually changed
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
just
instead
their
of just
bow,
the thing on their bow.
like, just their
Um,
bow.
mhm, it's because we didn't get the Eternal Scouts in the '90s.
Mhm.
But again, it could have been the reason because the manga was coming out at the same time. They didn't have time to redesign these scouts.
Yeah. No, they just had time to give them little upgrades.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, and now we're getting into the nitty-gritty. This one was 6 days ago.
This one gave a lot.
Yeah, spoiler warnings for anyone who cares.
This one definitely showed the darker of what's gonna happen.
This part's gonna be so dark.
It's gonna be sad!
Yeah. It was showing, like, when the scouts because at that point, I think everybody's dead at that point
Everyone
when
is
that point
dead dead.
happened. And Galaxia essentially has them as slaves because she owns the star seeds and they turn against Usagi. And then we got a glimpse of Cosmos, which was nice. Uh,
Yeah. I really enjoyed that glimpse.
and then we got to see Kaku fighting.
Yes, which oh my god, that Taro fight looks so good. Alright, and then we're gonna play the last clip, which I believe is just a Sailor Moon Cosmos, real quick. And that is everything we know by trailer.
To be honest, they actually showed a lot
They
for
showed
the
more than I
trailers.
thought they would, honestly, especially that last one.
Yeah. Yeah, especially that last one where I was just like, "Oh, they're showing almost to the T of what the manga is too." So I'm like, "Wow,
No,
just the
definitely.
colors."
And also, I feel like they gave away the chibi thing, but, I think what fans were talking about with that not the Cosmos trailer, but the trailer before, I think what they were talking about was how they gave away the chibi angle. with Cosmos.
Oh, what with her looking over her shoulder like that and looking older?
The wings was what gave it away to me.
Oh.
I don't know why, I always associate Chibi with wings.
Mm.
Hmm.
So I don't know, I think it was an interesting choice of a trailer, you know what I mean?
Mine were her hair buns.
Her hair buns look gorgeous, like, the way
Yeah.
they wrapped the heart looks so nice in animation.
That's ah,
Excited to see Cosmos. I'm so excited. Cosmos,
looks
other than Eternal
gorgeous.
Moon, Cosmos is my absolute favorite scout.
Yeah, and we will make sure that we'll link all of the videos that we watched in our YouTube description.
Mhm.
But so, anything else you guys wanna talk about with all of the trailers? Because I think we've gone over all the shorts.
With the last trailer, we did find out the big announcement that Cosmos is actually gonna have a different voice actress. The voice
Is
actress for Cosmos, are we going over that or no?
Yeah, because did you find out like, hidden Mickey of who she is?
Yeah, oh, she is the PGSM Sailor Mars.
Ah,
So,
That is so cute.
I'm really excited because from what I remember, like, things with her, she's a big Sailor Moon fan. All the girls were, but she was, like, really big, the person who played Rey in the live action Sailor Moon. So she's actually going to be Sailor Cosmos. People are now hoping that when they bring it over here, they're asking Netflix and stuff like that. They're like, "Hey, can you bring in one of the old Sailor Moon voices then?" People are like, "Can you find the deep Sailor Moon voice?"
Oh my
Or like
god.
when Viz took over her first voice actress back when they like redid it the first time,
Mhm.
like one of her earlier voice actresses. So they're asking like, "Hey, if you're gonna bring someone back, can you please bring back one of the former Sailor Moon voices for it?"
That would
that'd be
be
very
Um,
so
exciting.
I love that.
I would love if they did deep dub Sailor Moon voice.
Oh, that'd be
She
so
has to be a little bit more mature because that's the whole thing with Cosmos. They also, I believe there was another theory is the reason why her voice is a little bit different is
Mhm.
they're wondering if Cosmos is essentially all of the Senshi melded into Usagi, and that's why she's such a sad scout.
Yeah, because I think isn't it Sailor Tortilla was mentioning on her TikTok and her Instagram, like, she had some theories that I was trying to remember, but it was something like it was the Cosmos because Cosmos is represented with every single color of every scout.
But her outfit's completely white because her outfit's all white except for that one little piece. She's
Yeah.
got a little bit gold decals, but her whole outfit's white, and she's got the little strip in the front with everybody's colors. And that's one of the things that I've been seeing in the Sailor Moon circles go around is maybe the reason for the voice change could possibly be that.
Yeah, and I just love the fact they got a PGSM actress
Mhm.
for that, especially because in the musicals that I watched, Le Mouvement Final I'm not sorry, guys, I'm really bad at French, but they had the original Usagi actress play Cosmos in that musical, and I just love all these
Mm.
tie-ins.
Oh, you mean from PGSM? She was in the musical?
No, she was the original actress as Sailor Moon for the first 4 musicals, but for the 5th musical, she was Sailor
Oh.
Cosmos.
Aw.
I do enjoy that.
I loved it. I loved every minute of that, like, I
Mhm.
when we watch the musicals together, I'll point it out to you, but it's so good.
Even more
I
to
do like
entice
that.
people to get the older voice actors to do Cosmos now.
Mhm.
Right? Because it's so especially now that they've done it in the musicals, they've done it with the Japanese voice actress. I am just hoping that they do it for the English voice actors. Please
Mhm.
give us anybody from the My name's Rini, rhymes with teeny.
No, don't give us Usagi's voice actresses.
I was just about to say any voice actress, and then I'm like, "Wait, no offense to the voice actress at all, I'm just like, that voice doesn't fit."
You have to think it was the '90s.
That's true, that's
That
completely
shit was
different.
corny.
Yeah, and she
Yep.
played
So
it to perfection.
yeah. It was meant to be corny.
Yes.
I've watched some of the stuff. I actually I need to get a VHS player because I didn't realize, and this is me just owning too much shit, but I have the original, like, pink box Sailor Moon VHSs. I didn't realize how many I had.
Yeah.
Really?
I was like, "I have, like, 7." I was like, "When did I don't." I buy so much stuff sometimes that I win, like, lots of Sailor Moon stuff, so I just put stuff away, and I was like, "I could listen to the Deke voices again." But it was a little ridiculous because I was looking at the covers, and
Yeah.
they would just take any Sailor Moon art and just throw it on those covers, and I was like, "Why is Wise Man on here? He's not in season 1."
Wait, Wise Man is it a season 1 VHS?
He's on the front of I think it's when they're still collecting the crystals,
Oh my
and it's
gosh.
Mars on the front of the box, and it's Wise Man behind her.
Oh my god.
And I was like, "That doesn't make any sense." I was like, "What?" I was like, "Whatever."
That's also I wanted to go over so we got a bunch of stills, or not stills, but, like, character designs of the Shadow Galactic, I believe. Like,
W
Sailor
we got we got the shorts of the Animamates.
Okay, I thought we got, like, images of them.
Yes, they were in the short,
Oh, okay, that's why I'm remembering it.
because we watched it during the Animamates episode.
Okay, there we go. So much Sailor Moon all the time.
Mm, I think it's interesting with the trailers that we have seen that they're not telling you which movie it's a part of,
Yeah, which is an interesting choice, you know what I mean?
because we don't know, like, how they're gonna end this, how are they gonna say goodbye. The ending is the wedding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's Usagi and Mamoru getting married. That is the end of Sailor Moon.
which, thanks to the leak, we now know for sure happens.
Um, but we don't really know, like, where if Cosmos is gonna be in the movie that is out right now or if she's in the second half. The movies are about 2 hours long,
Mm,
but there has been no other leaks. I haven't seen anything because I would have seen something by now about the movies, but nobody's leaked anything from the movies that I know of.
yeah,
Have you guys seen anything? No?
I
I
haven't
did
seen anything.
someone sent me something this afternoon, and it's the ending of the 2nd movie, and I only watched 5 seconds of it, and then I turned it off because I don't want it spoiled for myself, but I
How did they get the ending? It's not even out yet.
don't ask me, all of a sudden, one of my friends just sends me a clip, and I see everybody in their wedding dresses, and I'm like, "Do you want me to send it to you?"
Just send it.
Let me
Now we're
look at
both,
it.
like, curious about this because I was like, "How did they get the second
That doesn't
ending?"
come out till the 30th.
I'll send it to you guys. It's gonna come on Instagram for you too,
Okay.
'cause you
I
can
don't
hear the
know.
audience. Somebody recorded something.
Maybe it's a premiere.
Oh, someone's gonna get in trouble.
Yeah.
They can catch them.
That's fair. Alright, Lynn.
I was actually thinking, like, where are they gonna end the first movie?
Where would you guys if you guys were in charge, what would you do?
I would end it right before she's gonna go into the battle with Galaxia.
You think, like, right before she does her, like, what do you call it? Teleportation?
Yeah, I was thinking where she says goodbye to her mom.
Yeah, I could see that because that is an emotional moment.
Yeah. And
Because
they'll end it.
we were talking today in the Anime Festival Orlando panel about how much the you okay, Celine?
I'm
About
watching
how
it, I'm trying to see.
much the family gets sidelined after season 1. So
Oh,
it'll
yeah.
be interesting to see if they get brought back for this season. Because remind me if I'm wrong, but do we see them at all in the manga?
Like,
See who?
The you know what? The family.
you only see them when she says goodbye.
See.
And when Chibi shows up and the mom was like, "Whose cup is this?" And then Chibi shows up
Yes, you're right, and then that's when Chibi uses her brainwashing.
again. Yeah.
So this is how the manga ends, the first part. is
Mm.
with the Galaxy Cauldron. Like, right before that, I'm gonna make myself a little bit bigger. So right before that is her preparation and then her getting ready to go. Also appreciate my nails. But
That's where I think, like, right before, like, she goes, it's the beginning of the 2nd movie. Also, I just saw the clip, or at least, like, skimmed really quick through it. Is it do you think it's part of her dream, though? Because I remember in the first part of, like, reading the arc, she does dream about a lot of stuff.
ooh, that's a good
But
point.
they'll be like, "Oh, maybe" like, she does dream all of that stuff, and then she's she wakes up, she's like, "Did that really happen?" Or, "Oh my god," situation. But I'm just like, "Wait." They could just, "Oh, this is the ending." I'm like, "Yeah, because in the manga, that's the ending," but I know that she did dream in the beginning of the arc.
And it's that memory loss, and then Kakyu comes in much earlier than she does in the 90s anime.
Yeah.
S
Okay, I just watched it. I get where they're ending it.
Oh, you already know?
That's a dream sequence.
See?
Okay, and that's a leak, and we don't know for sure what happens after the leak. I didn't watch any of it, but you 2 have watched it, so
I was like, "Ah, I remember this scene. Okay."
yeah, because the ending of the manga is literally
Is the wedding,
is the wedding,
Mhm.
which I will pull up. Oh, and then
and
the
everybody's
Chibiusa
there.
story,
Yes.
because we get this image to end out on, which let me
Mhm.
make myself a little bit bigger. Boop-a-doop. With
Yes,
her.
her as, like, eternal and her wedding dress reaching out.
Mhm.
Yes, if I can get this to look nice. So, it'll be interesting because we do see the manga, we do see all the scouts in their wedding dresses,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
then Mamo and Usagi.
And it's Mamo's actually monologue for the
For
last bit. It is him, like,
Yeah.
talking about how she's gonna be the brightest star, essentially, and she's
Mhm.
gonna do everything for them.
yes.
Because manga Mamoru worships the ground she walks on,
Yes.
unlike the 90s anime.
Mamo lost out big at our panel today. No one, I think 2 people were team Mamo.
Oh my god. The rarity.
Yeah. Like I said, the 90s Mamo left a bad taste in everybody's mouth. They were like, "Ooh, he's toxic. Let's go with Seiya."
Yeah.
Everybody remembers that phone booth scene.
Yeah, that phone booth, that is what made me just hate him for the rest of the
Yep.
series.
Yep.
I was
Oh
like,
my god.
there's no redemption from that, my guy. She was gonna take you to see her parents, and you made her cry in a phone booth."
But honestly, from the trailers, it looks like we could get a straight adaptation from the
Mhm.
manga.
That's what it's looking. I think the only we're not gonna get too much variation. We might get, like, a couple of, like, funny scenes that are gonna be a variation,
Mm,
but, like, Michiru and Hotaru actually going to her school is a thing that happens in the manga. Setsuna becoming the nurse is a
Mhm.
thing
yes.
because they're trying to be close to Usagi.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's a thing.
And Saturn starts to go to school with Chibi, right?
No, Chibiusa's gone back to the future.
She goes back.
Oh, that's right. Oh, but
We're gonna actually see the scene with Chibiusa actually feeling a sense of danger.
actually, I thought that was one of the most compelling scenes of my reread of the manga was Chibiusa's desire to go help Usagi.
She knew something was wrong. She sensed it was off. And Neo Queen Serenity be like, "Go on, go help."
She
And then
initially
Well,
doesn't she
but
try to stop her?
yeah, she stops her first and then makes Diana go.
hmm,
And then but
Oh,
then
that's
after
right.
Diana leaves, and then she's like, "I can't find Diana," and then she's like, "Mom, I don't care what you say, I'm going." And she's like, "Okay, here you go. You can go."
and then her scouts show up, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yes."
I'm like,
Yes, which we're
"Yes."
gonna get the Sailor Amazon Quartet or the Sailor Quartet, hopefully.
Yes, we are getting the Sailor Quartet. I'm excited. They did show a glimpse of it in the shorts, the YouTube shorts. We got to see the quartet, so I'm excited to see Chibiusa with her crew pop in for the final battle. I'm wondering I think the only deviation, and it's not gonna be really a deviation, they'll probably flesh it out a little bit more. We might see a
Mhm.
little bit more flesh out about Galaxia's past.
Ooh.
So we might see, because you do see, like, when she's in the bar and she blows up the whole planet in the manga. So we might get a little bit more expansion on that. We're gonna get Galaxia's transformation along with Kaku's, which is amazing.
Oh, when she
Um,
started to transform in that trailer, I was like, "Oh my."
we did. We got to see a little bit more of her transformation in the YouTube short for Galaxia. So we're gonna get transformations for them. I don't think we're gonna get them for the anima mates
Yeah.
because they just stay in form.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they don't cut out the scenes with Sailor Lead Crow saying stuff about Phobos and Demos, and also Tin Nyanko talking about Luna and Artemis.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, for
Um,
those who may not be like, all the way up on the manga, there are scenes specifically where they call each other or where they call them traitors.
because
Mhm.
Luna and Artemis left the planet of Mao, the planet Mao, and but they were actually sent by Sailor Mao to go help the new queen, to be advisors, to be the a site of wisdom,
Mhm.
essentially to keep Queen Serenity in line. 'Cause that's what it entails. It's, "Hey, she needs the wisdom to be a ruler. This is what you're gonna do." But Tianko views them as traitors because when they left, shit hit the fan,
Yeah.
Yes.
which puts a loophole in. I think Naoko didn't, like, line up her timelines when she was, like, doing certain things, because Team Yonko says things went to shit, like, a little bit afterwards. We have to realize that since the Silver Millennium, it's been about 1,000 years
Oh, that's
since the Silver
true.
Millennium. So I'm like, "You talking like 1,000 years? It's pretty short." So sometimes the timelines don't add up because I'm like, of when they left, I was like, "Bro, it's been like 1,000 years."
It has.
Short for people who can live an entire lifetime.
So I think it's one of those things where, like, things get a little mixed up, which it happens in comics where they're like, "Oh crap, I did say that about the timelines." And the fans are like, "Hey, those timelines don't match."
Just looks the
It
other way.
happens in books too. And that's why, as a writer, I make sure that I write down certain timelines and when they happened and how many years it's been
Smart.
and keep notes, because you will get your fans will point out, they'll be like, "Wait, you said this happened 10 years ago. Why are you saying now it happened 50 years ago?"
Oh, no.
Whoops.
Whoops.
Whoopsie.
Yeah, so I think that was one thing where I found that interesting for Tinyango, because I was like, "It's been 1,000 years. What do you mean? It's taking you 1,000 years to be like, 'Oh, you're traitors?'" I'm like, "Bro, they left a long time ago."
That's what I was wondering. I'm like, how long had they been serving Galaxia?
Mhm.
Because we don't know.
Or the grudge is just that hard.
Nyanko's a Capricorn confirmed.
And
You
Oh,
okay,
old
okay.
shit.
I found it. I found it.
Never.
Let me get it. This is where she calls them traitors and talk because look at that anguish in her face.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She is so upset at them. Literally, she says Artemis says, the Malchians are a peace-loving people. How could you sell yourself out to the mysterious strangers? It doesn't make any sense." And then Sailor Tenyanko says, "You know anything. You're the traitors. You abandoned the planet Mao, and now there is no planet Mao. Shadow Galactica turned it into a world of death." And Luna and Artemis are just like shooketh.
But they've been gone for 1,000 years, like, it's been a second.
It's been a long minute, but it's that interesting timeline where it's like, what happened? When? And why did Luna and Artemis not keep in contact?
And that's where the timelines don't match up.
Mhm. 'Cause it's almost like, did they not keep in contact even when they were on the Moon Kingdom?
Yeah, because we
But
saw
also
that.
they're not traitors. Sailor Mao is the one who sent them.
True.
Sailor Mal was like, "You go there. You go help that planet. You help the kingdom, the Moon Kingdom, because it's not a planet. You go help the Moon Kingdom, you be advisors on peace and how to do things correctly, because the moon was peaceful.
Yes.
It was a
It was.
peaceful time."
Once upon a time, 1,000
Yeah.
years ago.
Until the Moon Prince was like, "I want that dude. The Earth guy, that one. I'm gonna sleep with him in particular." And then war
Chubba hubba.
happened.
It's
She
always
was
that
like,
Earth guy. Just
"It's
that
always
one.
the Earth dick. That's what happens." Causes war and devastation.
Right. Before our break, what else do we wanna go over? Anything else that came out about the movie, any that you guys wanna go over?
I don't think anything else has come out.
They've been
Mm,
keeping it under wraps.
yeah.
Like, I'm
Did you
amazed that leak got out.
They've kept it like the trailers and the shorts, that's it. That is all we've gotten. That little leak that your friend got a hold of, that's the first leak I've seen.
I was
Yeah.
shocked when she sent it to me. And then
Interesting way to end things. At
it
least the rest of the movie comes out later this month.
yeah,
Now the
and
question is when we're getting it.
Maybe we'll find out in 2 weeks at Animesca Expo.
and then something else I figured that we could go over is also the, manga artwork for Stars. It's just I also think is gonna be really interesting because I feel like they're gonna try to really give some of this manga artwork its time to shine, you know what I mean? 'Cause this scene, they used it in
Mhm.
all the promos
Yes.
of Crystal back in season, I think it was 1 or 2.
They use that one?
It was specifically the Inner Scouts and Usagi,
Mm.
and they were very similar, but it was definitely based off this artwork. But I just feel like I'm like, is there any hints that we're missing? We did get some of the most iconic manga artwork, and by the way, this is all from Miss Dream, who has amazing scans of the manga artwork. Highly recommend.
Oh, I love that. That's my one of my favorite arts. That one and the
This one.
Cosmos one.
Look at the doily.
And I'm happy because Chibi Chibi's actually gonna have her wand, which is in this picture.
Yes.
Because Chip Chippy's wand is adorable.
Hmm. We actually get to see her fight for a second, so
Yes, and
and we'll get a
then
transformation for her, so
that's just gorgeous.
Oh, so pretty.
I have that one actually hanging up
Ugh, I'm
right
jealous.
above me.
But I just feel like it's gonna be really interesting, you know what I mean? Booty. That's probably one of my favorite images from Stars. Because 'cause wasn't this one of the original anime or manga covers?
It's the supers I think it's one of the star covers for, like, the first mangas we got from, like, Mix or whatever when
Mhm,
it first
that's it.
came over.
Perfect, yeah, that was exactly what I was thinking of, yes. Oh. But
That's
this
also one of them.
oof, so pretty, and her ring is so pretty.
So pretty.
I
That's
forgot
actually what
about
I
this
have for
thing.
my engagement ring.
Oh, really? Y'all are
Mhm.
too cute.
Do I wear it? No. I have a thing with rings. I get very fidgety, and I don't want them on my hands, so
Mm.
I'm
That's
scared of
okay.
losing it. Look how cute that is. Give us
Like,
those.
are they? Who are they, though?
Yes.
This is so Noko's style, though. The 5
Because
head.
she was looking in the fashion magazines and just putting them on the scouts.
I love it, though. And then the Kakyu. Oh,
Um,
and then the starlights. Ah, so gorgeous. That's an
I
iconic
want
one.
that one really badly. That's actually, like, one of those posters that you can get, like I have for that Eternal Moon one.
mm,
That one's
Oh,
poster
okay.
too, and I want that one so bad.
I love it. So, Sheena's is such an interesting character to me. This is really her story, you know what I
yep.
mean?
Mhm. I'm
Because
excited to see her. I'm excited to hear more of her.
It's gonna be exciting just because like, not a lot of people knew, like, her back they did, it's just more of, like, back in the '90s anime, it was just like, "Bam, bye."
I know.
Oh, this is so cute. I want someone to do this for Holiday Matsuri.
That's cute.
What, Chibi Chibi?
Yeah, with the little bunny, that's so cute. But, oh, this is so interesting.
But I mean, we're at least gonna get I'm excited for that, is when you see all of the girls together right there. Because that's supposed to be Chibiusa's crew. Sailor Saturn's supposed to be on her crew.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
her Sailor Venus. Or
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
or would you call Sailor Soleil her Sailor Venus?
I think you consider that Sailor Saturn because Sailor Saturn's supposed to be like the co-leader,
Okay.
Commander.
commander,
I think I
commander in chief.
Commander in Chief. I think of her as the body double for Chibiusa, if that makes sense.
She could be
That's where
because they're
the
both
pink
pink.
hair.
Ah,
I'm so excited for that scene though. Ugh, and just look how cute this is.
so cute.
An iconic image.
I'm excited. I wish we knew when we were gonna get something.
I know. I was hoping by the time we did this episode, we'd have a release date. Honestly, some of the best artwork of Mamo ever.
Mhm. Like I said, manga Mamoru, A plus. 90s Mamoru,
Okay, eat it in the trash can. Okay.
yeah,
Look at how
push him
good
into
this.
traffic.
My guts. Look at how.
Put him in front of the isekai truck. Maybe it'll be a do-over.
Maybe, I don't
Um,
know, or make it worse. Who
I don't
knows?
know. Just get him out of there. Just throw him out.
You
Throw
know
the
what's?
whole man out.
But I
Like,
didn't realize this tux was actually black with green accents.
Oh,
I thought it
that's a
was purple.
really good photo right there, though.
Ah, it's so romantic.
yeah, only for the manga.
I
Yeah.
and then the ending image.
I wish we had more, but we don't. We really haven't, and they really haven't given us anything, even those in the trailers and the shorts. They've given us like breadcrumbs,
Tiny breadcrumbs.
Hmm.
tiny breadcrumbs. And I'm just like, I would like more, please.
See, I'm
I would
with
like to see the whole thing. Heck, I would watch it without subtitles.
same.
I've done that before when I went to Japan. One of the first times, I a movie dropped and I really wanted to watch it, and I watched it with no subtitles. Was it boring? Maybe, but it was really good in my opinion. But there's times where I'm like, I'm so jet lagged right now. I'm so tired. I'm just like, but I'm watching this movie regardless, no subs or not.
Yeah. I want to get the headphones that translate for you, though. I heard that they're really good.
Oh, neat.
The translating headphones. They're expensive as the goddamn devil, but they work. I was like, off. Let me go to Japan. Let's go.
But I'm still with Sailor Denzel, Team Seiya for life because I think it's because the anime has such a strong hold on my brain. The 90s anime has such a strong hold in my brain that every time I try to remember that Momo can actually be a really sweet, worship the ground she walks on kind of guy, I remember the phone booth scene.
S- I- The fact that he dated Ray in the
Uh,
90s anime,
I hate that.
that never happened.
That is the worst thing you could do. Why not both? Let us. I'm with you, Loki.
Why
Why not
choose?
both?
Why can't she have both? I actually like the ones where they say, yeah, they're in love, but as they get older with the Silver Kingdom, they're actually poly. I'm like, let's go.
I've heard that,
Uh,
All right,
and like
but
Usagi gets Seiya and Mamoru gets Pluto, and I'm like, I don't care.
honestly,
side
that
pieces.
that sounds pretty healthy of a relationship between the
I mean, they're if Chibiusa is not over 900 years old, like
Usaki
you
tests.
keeping it spicy for 900 years? No, you're not.
Fair.
No, you're not. Don't lie.
And Usagi does deserve both. I agree, Loki. Like Usagi, like they fulfill different parts of Usagi's life to me.
We're not gonna get that in Cosmos, but it's okay.
I know it's gonna be hard for all the Seiya fans to be like watch this movie because it's gonna be so drastically different from the 90s anime.
The stars are so drastically different in the manga.
Oh, jeez,
Uh,
completely.
Seiya is Sarah is a much more interesting character, I feel like, especially with after Mamoru's death and the fact that they want Usagi to remember. They're like, "Hey, you need to stop with this PTSD like memory loss thing. You got to do your shit." But also the fact that Seiya writes the letters that Usagi gets.
Let's talk about that because that is sad. Where are those letters? Those letters are just heartbreaking because they're just aren't they just tarot cards? Or are they what are they?
I think they're actual letters.
Let's see
I
right
think
here.
like
I thought they were
he
just
that or it's a tarot
cards.
card.
I think
Could
it's
have
a
been.
tarot card. Yes, here we go. I got it. And yes, we're pulling a lot from the manga tonight. So in this book, right there. So Usagi gets a letter and then it's just the card. And then Usagi's very confused about it.
Because they're slowly trying to make her remember what happened.
Without throwing it at her.
Yeah. But eventually they're
With him.
like, Stop.
It's like, all right, we're gonna force you now. I'm tired of this.
You can't keep repressing it.
It's just one of
That's
those
not how this works."
yeah, because that's the thing, especially because Usagi is the core of Sailor Moon stars. That is the biggest or that's the biggest thing to me is that if we get a true adaptation of the manga, it's gonna be really interesting to see if
Mhm.
they actually go plot for plot, you know what I mean?
'Cause it gets very Stars is one of the darkest arcs,
Mhm.
especially when it comes to psychology
Mm,
and coping mechanisms. Because Usagi does not do the correct coping mechanisms for the situation. She locks it down lock and key and pretends it doesn't happen,
yeah,
Yep.
and she essentially gets war flashbacks.
yeah, it's actually heartbreaking when I think about it because when they make her eyes, like, soulless, that's when it just feels like it feels different, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was interesting in the manga just
Mhm.
because you're learning to deal with different problems, you're seeing a lot of death,
A lot of
A
death.
lot.
so much death. And also, Galaxy is very powerful. That's what we're gonna see, and Loki has said it is time for break, which means that he's coming in and we're gonna go to break.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Eternal Mooncast. I hope you guys all had a good break and are ready for part 2 of Into the Cosmos, Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon, the movie, theories and predictions.
We're actually gonna do merch news, not as much of a Moony news, because we're essentially talking about what's going on right now in the Mooniverse.
I only saw the one figure. I've been slacking on my merchandise viewing stuff, unfortunately, just because I'm trying to be very careful on spending my wallet because
What a mood.
I recycle my wallet quite often.
No, I definitely feel that. Like, I have to only collect Uranus and Neptune because if I collected more scouts, I would just have a ton. It would be everywhere. Oh, it's literally hysterical.
Oh, wait, because there's merch sitting right here on my desk that still hasn't gone into its cases.
Oh my god.
Desk is covered in
Oh, that's
merch.
funny.
There's so much Sailor Moon merch in front of me, and there's gonna be more coming in because we've got the Cosmos movie, which means we're getting stuff, we hope, because the stuff they've already announced, which I'm going to show, we're hoping to get certain things. So I'm gonna show this one first because it's a very small picture, and I don't need any more advertisements coming up on this one.
Oop, hold on 1 minute. There we go.
Oh, oh, there. So we are getting Q Posket has announced that we are getting a Sailor Cosmos figure.
Oh my god!
This is the first Cosmos figure we are getting, like, of Sailor Cosmos. I'm hoping we get some more announcements soon,
Mm,
but at the moment, this is the only Cosmos actual figure we're getting. They have done many announcements. This one got announced last week.
Yes,
Yes.
last week.
I've already pre-ordered mine.
Oh my god. Look at those wings.
First of all, she's freaking stunning. This figure is stunning. I'm so excited. If you want to see, she does stand on this pillar with crystals coming out and she's holding the wand up. Her face is so delicate and gorgeous. It's very manga
Mhm,
Mhm,
for the space, and I'm very
mhm.
excited about it. I think the only places that have it in the States is Big Bad Toy Store. Do you know anywhere else we
Mhm.
can pre-order it, Lynn?
You could probably let me see if this place has it first, but Big Bad Toy Store is always a good one to go to because they are always on top of placing their pre-orders.
The only issue I have for this figure is they
Mhm.
are, I feel, overpriced for the United States.
Oh,
If you are a Canadian viewer, please get it on something like Big Bad Toy Store because you're gonna save in fees for it getting to you.
Mm.
But for the States, they want $129, and this figure is not that much.
how much is it in Japan?
In USD, after the trade in USD without, like, my proxy, it's $75.
Mm, interesting.
So,
It's a
it's gonna be one of those things where it do you get it from there because you don't have a proxy, or do you try to find it on is Crunchyroll gonna get it? You know what I mean? 'Cause Crunchyroll's gotten some of the things. I don't think I don't think Good Smile's gonna get it because they don't
They
usually get the big
shouldn't
large
be.
hero.
Yeah, it shouldn't be just because it is a Bandai product,
Yeah.
and Good Smile likes to stay in-house on that one.
Mhm. Um, but Crunchyroll might get it, so
It's
be on the lookout for
potential.
them. What is the other one?
Tokyo Otaku Mode.
Tokyo Otaku Mode?
Yes, and they're notorious of getting these on their pre-order site as
Mhm.
well. I was actually looking at the Crunchyroll store, and I don't see it up for pre-order right now, but I
Just
do
yet.
see
Mhm,
other Proplica that they posted up that was
mhm,
relatively recent, so
mhm.
crossing my fingers they do post it.
E-Night Media, they're good. I actually order a lot of stuff from them, and they're very fairly priced. Who else is there? Hot Topic or,
hot top.
Box
Hot
Lunch. We
Topic,
don't know which
Box
one would
Lunch,
get it. Box Lunch is probably gonna be the one who gets it.
can't
So there's gonna be lots of
yes.
places to look out for, not just there, but Big Bad Toy Store is the only one who's announced it for the States at the moment for pre-order, but she's gorgeous. I guarantee we're gonna see a lot of other sites come up with it, so give it a second and see if they all are gonna charge the same.
You guys wanna hear a really bad joke? Hey,
How far
look,
are you reaching with this joke?
it's Sailor Moon Crystal, cause she's in a crystal.
All right, and this is where we're gonna end it, guys.
The
Bye.
show just ends right here.
Nice night going,
Credits
everyone.
start
I'm ready to
rolling.
go.
I'm so sorry for being with us tonight. This has been Eternal Mooncast. Good night.
I love you guys.
Okay. So this was the biggest figure announcement. So this is their big figure where we don't know if more are gonna come. I'm hoping that if they did something gorgeous like this for Eternal, that we see Cosmos or Chibi
Mhm.
Chibi. I will take a figure of Cosmos over Chibi, but let's get both. Like just if you guys haven't done it, let's do it. Let's see, where else have we gotten? This doesn't have any product on it. Let me close this window. There's a flower festival going on in Japan up until July, and I know they're gonna have, like, exclusive Cosmos merch there. Unfortunately, the announcement for it does not have the merch on it, so I can't show you guys. Let's see, because a ton of stuff got announced. Alright, so here's one of the first things.
Mhm.
These are very cute. They're plushy mascots,
Oh my god,
and
they're so
I
cute.
one of the main reasons I'm gonna get it is because Cosmos is in the set.
Oh, is she the chaser?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
she's the
cute.
chase, and then you got Chibi. I'll wait till these are more out because people will sell these individually in Japan.
Man.
But yeah, this is one of them. So these are just they call them little mascot plushies, and they go on your purse. They're
Cute.
super cute. I'm
Oh,
glad
it's so
again we're
cool.
seeing Cosmos and we're seeing Chibi Chibi, which is very exciting if we're seeing it in this merch because we might see even more merch of them. Um, they have announced their acrylic stands,
Oh,
volume 1 and volume 2. I do not know if these are going to be blind bags.
oh,
I don't know if they're going to do it like they did for the scouts, and they did these volumes in the Sailor Moon store where it was them in their uniforms and then them as their princesses. And it was different volumes, and you were allowed to just buy the volume. Like, these are blind bags, suck. But we actually are gonna get all the anima mates. Look how tiny Chibi Chibi is.
she's
So
like
small.
barely there.
I know.
So small.
She's so small. So that's volume 1. We're gonna get all of the anima mates in volume 1. We're gonna get all the inners and Chibi. Volume 2 is the outers with Chibiusa, the Starlights, Sailor Kakyu, not just Princess Kakyu, it's Sailor Kakyu, and then we get Galaxia.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm being fed. And as you can see, they actually let you see, like, what it's gonna look like.
Oh,
Look
that's
how tiny
aw
she is on and also Iron Mouse is small because she's supposed to be a small character.
I love how
Um,
big Heavy Metal Papillon is.
yes, she is, like, you can see how big she is. I'm hoping that they sell these in volumes and not blind bags. I actually would have to ask my proxy what they're doing with it because it's much cheaper for me to buy it that way than to try and piece it together.
Mhm.
Let's see. We've got this is cool. So this is actually this announcement is for the fan club.
Oh, okay.
You do have to be part of the fan club to get it. And it is a fabric poster.
Oh.
Ooh.
It's very pretty. So it's a fabric poster of was a Super Sailor Moon. Yeah, it's Super Sailor
Yeah.
Moon and Tuxedo Mask.
Oh.
This is really cool because I don't think there's been any like the fan club announcements in a while. So this is again exclusive to them. If you can find someone who's able to order for you, please do. Go ahead and grab it. I'm actually thinking about grabbing it myself because I think this is I don't think it's that big if you look like it's next to a vase.
Mm.
So it's like a cute just little on something.
Looks like it almost could be like 11 by 17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we got this cute little trinket tray. This is going to be in the Sailor Moon store. A lot of this stuff is actually going to be in the Sailor Moon store because, like, why not?
Yeah, they got
They're
it.
gonna sell it in the Sailor Moon store in Japan. This is a like trinket dish. I actually have one that was in the lottery.
Oh,
This is just plastic
let me
though.
switch you real quick. There we go.
This is just plastic though, but it's of the
Ooh,
compact. Yeah, I love it. It's one of the lottery ones.
that's
It's very cute.
gorgeous.
It is plastic though, so this will be going into one of the display cases just because I'm like plastic breaks. This one I would actually use as a jewelry dish
This one?
in my room. Depends on how big it is. I would actually have to see how big it is. If not, it would just go in one of the cases. Like, what else did we get? Oh, these are actually new. This is a new announcement. This just came out like within the last week. These gorgeous acrylic like mirror stands.
Ooh,
Oh.
that is so cute. Oh, and they're doubled.
Mhm. And it's doubled in the pairs.
I love
So,
that.
for the
Lovely.
shipping, it's Mercury and Jupiter for ships, and then we've got Mars and Venus,
Burning love. Ooh,
of
ooh.
course, the lesbians,
Harimichi.
and then mom and her daughter.
Love it.
And we're getting the Starlights.
Ah,
So these are really cute.
that's adorable.
Yes. I think these are we're gonna see them in the Lopi stores.
Mm,
That's where we're gonna see them. These are not gonna be in the Sailor Moon store. These actually might be in they're gonna be in other locations that you can get like fan stuff. And those are usually like Lawson, stuff like that over there.
Mm.
This is for the Sailor Moon store, which they've already got a display for this, the Starlight stuff. Um,
Oh.
I'm excited for this. It's an acrylic stand with all of them,
Oh,
and it's got, like, a little back for
Ground.
it.
that's so
So
cute.
This is a towel?
What?
Yeah, this is a towel. Because in Japan, you have to keep a hand towel with you.
Oh, okay, okay.
They don't have hand dryers or
Mhm.
paper towels. You actually have to keep a towel on you at all times for when you wash your hands.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Otherwise, you walking around with wet hands.
yeah.
Never forget your towel. There's a reason. I actually looked it up years and years ago. I was like, why do they always sell like themed towels? Because when you leave the house, there's a towel in your purse to go wash your hands.
Yep.
Interesting. That's cool.
Little record keychains.
I thought that was a cute idea.
Yeah. I think these might be stickers. If I'm not mistaken. I can translate down below and it'll tell me what these might be stickers. We've got pins and then like little postcards.
That's so
Uh, they are, they're stickers. I was right. I'm
cool.
like, I was right. Go me. And these are stickers also.
That's so cool.
So it's a lot of Starlight stuff we're seeing.
Which the
And my
fans
last
wanted.
one, this was also announced just the other day because they need the movie to come out first. I'm very excited for this stuff. We are seeing I believe these are cards. Yeah, these are cards. They're like collectible cards, if I remember correctly. We're getting washi tape.
Oh,
These are washies, and Sailor Cosmos is on there.
cute.
Acrylic stands, and we're getting a Sailor Cosmos. So yeah, these are just tiny acrylic stands. I'm very excited. Again, I'm just like Cosmos, so we're gonna get more stuff. I believe these are stickers. Yes, these are stickers.
Oh my
So
gosh,
they have
that's
two
so
sets of stickers. Yeah, let me see what those first things were. Let me see if I was right.
that's so darn
Uh,
cute.
they're just art cards.
Okay.
They do that a lot of times. Yes, but those are acrylic figures, the little ones. I'm very excited for those. I like the little chibis. I like it that they're not the game, the Sailor Moon drops. It's new
Mhm.
art. Because I'm like, stop teasing me and just give me back my game. But I believe, yeah, that's it. There's a lot more merch even coming out this month.
Mhm.
We still have the next movie coming out, but also the next movie comes out on Usagi's birthday.
Oh, that's right.
So we might see a huge slew of announcements for even more stuff. Because this is only a lot of the stuff I just showed you has only come out in the last 2 weeks alone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So a lot of these announcements were the last 2 weeks alone. So
That's insane. They've been, like, ramping it up for the last 2 weeks.
I'm just like, can I just want all of it. Give me more Cosmos stuff. I'm hoping we get a Cosmos figure as pretty as that Eternal Sailor Moon.
Oh, I hope so.
Hello,
I hope
welcome.
so. Hello, welcome. No, I genuinely hope, like, can you imagine a magnificent Cosmos statue? Like,
That's not like a fan made one.
oh, it would be so magnificent.
They didn't give us a Nehelenia one, so I'm a little mad about that. So
Fair. I wonder if they'll give us a Sailor Galaxia figure.
I don't know because I mean they are giving us one of the little Tsum Tsums.
Mm.
Thus, we are getting one of Galaxia.
So it's a
But I mean they did that
possibility.
for all the villains. Except for Nehelenia. Nehelenia hasn't gotten one.
Oh my goodness.
But she got acrylic stands. That is all she got. I'm
Poor
like, can you stop insulting her, please?
it's like she has gotten the Maleficent treatment of the Sailor Moon universe, except for they forgot the part where she got really popular and Disney made a movie out of her.
Yeah. I'm just like, it just makes me so angry that we've got nothing. So I'm curious on like how much Galaxia stuff we're gonna get. I'm wondering if we're gonna get because we did get these dolls. for the
Yes.
inners. We've gotten all because the inners were just made. They just released last month for the super style dolls. Don't buy them right now because people are charging ridiculous prices for no reason. But the dolls, just so everybody knows, if you do look, the dolls were originally $55.
Oh.
Mhm.
They were because they even label them. These are collector's items, not playthings.
Mm. Makes sense.
So hopefully we'll see the outers and then maybe we'll start seeing more. Ah,
Yeah.
thanks. He's my husband. I love him. He's my flashy husband. And he loves multiple wives, so why not?
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. Why not?
but also I just love how flashy he is and how stupid. I'm just like, "Ugh, give me my himbo." We love a good himbo.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say
Faithful to all 3 of his wives.
actually, yes.
Mhm.
I was gonna say, Lynn, who would if you had to pick one, who would be your husband of Sailor Moon?
In Sailor Moon, the
Yeah.
Seiya count?
Say
Yes,
yes. Saya count.
absolutely.
Saya
Seiya count?
absolutely count. I will defend Saya here.
It's between Seiya and Diamond for me,
Ooh, okay, I could see that.
because Diamond is a handsome
Yeah.
he's very handsome. But also, I'm just like,
But oh, it's
such a
so hard
good
to pick.
husband. Yes, we got some good husbands, not Mamoru. Uh,
Remember, trash can.
absolute trash can.
The anime, the 90s anime one. The manga can stay.
The manga
Manga
can stay.
Mamoru, like I said, he would lay down on in a puddle for her to step on him to step over the puddle.
Oh, easily.
Worships the ground she walks on as he should. She is a goddess. The 90s
Yes.
anime, I think they were like, well, we can't do that because we're the 90s and we need to make him act like a 90s boy.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. Oh, remember, I will always bully the one I like.
Makes me ill. Exactly. Manga Mamu or nothing.
My gosh, Loki coming in saying I would specifically I would marry specifically Manga Mamo if I had to marry a man. What a move. Actually, that's
Only
fair.
Manga Mambo.
Only
Because
Manga
like
Mamo.
the dedication that Manga Mamo has to Sailor like even the ending of Stars, like if you read it in the manga, he's like, I'm just the side piece. He even recognizes the fact that he is there to enhance her strength. She is not there for him. He is there for her. And that she's going to be the best thing ever. And he's going to be there along the way and support her every step of it. And I'm like, as you should.
Yes, because as you were pointing out, since we're gonna get back into our what we could expect from Cosmos, literally in this page, let's see if I can just kidding. Hi, Celine.
Hi.
In this page, he literally starts the monologue, like, this is the part I'm coming from at the end of the story, and after she says, "We will always be together," he says, "I swear it too, I swear to protect you forever and always. I swear I will always protect our dear friends, even when we eventually fade and new Sailor Guardians, new stars, new planets along generation after generation, Sailor Moon, you will never burn out. You will be the star that shines brightest and most beautifully for all of eternity."
He's like, it's not about me.
No, he's on.
As my wife says, he's literally I'm here to look pretty and hold my woman's earrings when she beats ass.
Yeah?
She'd be like, hold my crown. Hold my crown. Just hold on.
Oh, my crown.
Hold on.
Hold my baby.
Off her heels. He picks them up and he just stands there like this. He's just
This is why he's in his
look
suit.
at him,
It's
baby.
okay.
What I would like to think about, what could the differences really be between what we have because okay, so in the first part of the show, we went over everything we know so far. And Lynn, maybe you can start us off because you just reread the manga. What do you think could be a big difference between the Stars arc and the manga adaptation into Cosmos? What do you think could be the big difference?
Ooh. That's a tough question just because, like, when watching the trailers and then reading it, it's just, wow, they're very close to each other, like, one
Mhm.
to one. So, there might be just, like, a huge difference in might have to cut out some people's their backgrounds
Mhm.
that we were, like, snippet into the manga just a little bit, and then or it could be the opposite where since they didn't give us enough information, maybe they'll add it to fluff the movie just a little bit, and it'll just be new content. So that'll be very interesting if they do either or, either take it out or expand on it.
Oh my god, could you imagine if Naoko Takeuchi somehow throws in something we've never seen before and then just, like, shakes all of our, like, comprehension?
That'll be fun, just because we had all these theories, and if she just wants to debunk one, she'd be like, "Oh, by the way, you can add this on there." And they're like, "Why?"
She's like, "Because I'm Naoko.
Yeah,
Duh."
yeah, you're gonna
She's
just
like,
do
"Are
it
you questioning me? The goddess of Sailor Moon herself?"
to throw everyone into a loop. Let's go.
Loki, I do believe they have a history of adding things to Crystal. I think they have a little bit, especially it's hard because I feel like they added tiny things in, but they're, like, so subtle that only hyper fans will pick up on it. Like, the differences of the princess dresses for Uranus, Neptune, Saturn, and Pluto. The fact that they changed those designs. I'm trying to think of what the Shintenyo are alive is a big one. Um, shoot, I'm trying to think of all the
I will
differences.
mock that shit till the day I die.
Yeah,
Because I
because
was like,
that's
"What are you doing?" I was like, "Why are they alive? Because 'Cause
Because
you're
I
yeah,
not
wanted to
keeping
be
them
alive.
alive."
are they gonna
And
bring them
then,
in?
they do them like the dinosaurs and throw an asteroid on them.
Oh, plot-wise. Yeah, so I think the big one is
He needs friends. Remember, we made a lot of friends.
because Endymion
Well, I
needs
don't.
you know what? But it does make him more relatable to be able to see him with the pocket rocks and having these deep conversations. Like, to me, it humanized Mamo.
Hmm. Like, he's not just a side piece.
Yeah. Like, he actually had his own storyline.
It wasn't much
But it was there.
because he was meant to look pretty and just be there.
He was
Because
the
that's the way Naoko wanted him, was pathetic. And I was like,
a smart side
"Girl."
piece, but still.
We saw what she married. Her husband was a hot trash man, essentially, and she was like, "That's the one.
Yep.
That's the one I'm gonna marry."
They both made
Um,
money. That's all that matters.
because she went to go assist him, and she walks into his apartment, and it looks like a hoarder situation. She's like, that's what gets my engine purring. If I
If
need to clean up after this man who is chain smoking, sitting on a pile of garbage drawing manga, that's the one."
Chef's kiss.
She was like, "That's my dream man." I'm just like, "How cool. I guess. I'm not gonna kink shame, but goddamn. Okay, man." Also literally said,
and I can
"Fix him."
he's
Um,
killing me tonight.
but I mean, no, nothing bad against because her husband is not doing well. All of our even though we're joking right now, like, all of our good energy and stuff so that he does get better.
Yes,
He Naoko, there's a reason why we don't see a lot of her, is she is literally the reason why I think is it Hunter x Hunter they're finishing?
Hunter. Yu was
She
finished.
is the reason Hunter is getting finished.
That's amazing. Yeah,
That is why we don't have anything new from her,
because she's been by his
'cause
side for years, helping.
she's been pretty quiet for quite a while. He's been sick for
A
a long
very
time.
long time.
Mhm.
You can just check the hiatus of Hunter x Hunter and then that announcement, and you can see how long it's been.
Mm.
So unfortunately, he's been sick for a long time. They were
Oh,
married January 6th, 1999.
That's so sweet. I love that. So they've been married a long time. That's so
Yeah.
cute.
How many years is that?
Er,
20
20?
no. Yes. 20.
25?
Yes. Yes.
25
No.
years?
23.
99?
24?
24. 2024.
24.
24 years. They're going on 25
24.
next year.
Yeah.
Oh, what a big anniversary.
So it's very sweet. They've been together for a very long time. I just find it funny. That's how she found him, and that's what she was like, "That one smiled at me. I choose that one." It's that TikTok sound. Uh,
Oh.
but yeah, so who knows what we might get. There's been very few.
Oh, okay. So, do you mind reading that out loud, Celine?
It says, despite being a gifted mangaka, Togashi's career has faced some difficulties due to his lower back problems becoming an increasingly concerning issue. In 2022, the mangaka revealed that even he was even unable to sit on a chair for 2 years due to his lower back and hip problems, causing him to draw while lying down.
Oh my gosh.
That's some serious back issues if you can't even sit in a chair.
That is. And that's a lot of dedication to keep drawing even while lying down.
But also that also questions what's going on, what does he have that they can't fix the pain
Mm.
to be able to allow him to sit.
We wish him the best, and we wish them both
All the good energy.
all the good energy, get well soon, as much like, here at Eternal Mooncast, we just wish the best.
I don't remember when that interview was, but, like, she has mentioned she wants to do more scouts. I think it was was it in the because what did she just do the clothing designs for? Was that Chanel
Chanel.
or Dior?
It was Chanel.
Because I think she had an interview in the Chanel magazine?
I She might have.
Was it that one where she was like, "I would love to do more." I'm like, "Yeah? Do you wanna do more?
I
Can
just
you
remember
give us
the
more?"
That'd be
tweet,
nice.
Anyway,
Do
right?
more?
A little more?
give us more? Um, like, give us our give us either Sailor V as a 12 episode thing or give us Chibiusa and her being a Sailor Scout.
Something like that. But, okay, but I figured why don't we go over everything that the manga could actually give us in this new movie that we've been wanting? Because I think that there's a lot of iconic manga moments, which I'm hoping we'll get.
We already know we're gonna get the burning love scene, which is
Yes!
Mars and Venus on the roof saying we don't need no man. We've already seen there was a preview in the shorts, the YouTube shorts, that they are gonna have that scene. You know what we never got from the manga, and I find it interesting, and I don't think it's in Stars, is we never got Mars's man that she's in love with, the politician boyfriend.
Oh, yeah, they never added that in Crystal.
Oh. 'Cause I think it's before Stars.
I think it is before Stars because it's when Chad was supposed to be.
Ah, okay, hold on. Loki put apparently Naoko Takeuchi said in an interview at a Chanel event that she has an idea for a new Guardian character.
And that's from Moon Kitty Net on, I believe,
Yeah,
Twitter.
that's why I was like, it was a recent interview and she had mentioned and people went,
Yes, because I saw everybody talking about it that Naoko has new ideas for a scout at least.
I'm just hope here's my hope. If she does decide to do something, that she doesn't go off the rails somewhere.
Mhm.
Like where we can't connect with the story, something like that. If we can't connect like we did with Sailor Moon, I'm gonna be like, a little disappointed.
Then,
Just a
like,
little.
yeah, because it's like we all connected, I think, us 3 in different ways, especially to the Stars arc, because
Mhm.
for me, the Stars arc was Usagi at her most desperate, like I said, but also her lowest. Even the Doom and Gloom girls, I don't think she was as low as she is when Galaxia takes her into the cauldron. Or I just I can speak tonight. I think it was just I don't know, it's the way they animate her eyes. Yes, they did fantastic, like, the animator's paycheck was due for Sailor Moon Stars. Like, we can all agree, like, they went above and beyond the Call of Duty for Stars. But I honestly am just curious about what we're gonna get in Crystal and what the manga could add. It's so hard to tell, especially with it's okay, Lynn, what stuck out to you in your manga reread?
Honestly, what really stuck me out was, like, obviously rereading it, I'm just like, "God, it's actually a lot." Again, the psychological thing was her kinda rejecting what had happened, and then now she had to come to light to it, and then I'm just sitting there, I'm like, "She's just losing people left and right. How are you still mentally okay after all of this?" Obviously, you just been erasing everything that had happened, you're just like, "Everything is fine, everything is totally fine," and I'm just like, "Girl, you ain't fine." I just keep reading, I'm like, "Girl,
People
you
are
ain't fine,
dead.
are you okay?"
And I
Uh,
think the scouts kinda notice in a way, but they don't know how to reach her.
Yeah, they were like, you've been calling for our name and all that stuff," and I'm just like, I'm just like, "Oh god, please don't do this to me right now."
I know. And then, real quick to finish on that thought, Loki just let us know that apparently Togashi has all of Hunter all planned out, so in the case that he cannot finish it, Naoko will take over and wrap it up.
and she's a boss ass bitch when it comes to directing shit. Like,
Hmm.
there's been articles where she just, this is what's going on.
She is the creator of Sailor Moon. I'm never going to tell her anything.
No, no, you can tell her one thing though,
What?
give us more content.
Yeah, it's
But like I said, if you're going to give us something, please make sure that the storyline is something we can connect with, or just continue with what you have. You can make a new scout all you want,
Yep.
but put it in Chibiusa's future or something.
Oh, that'd be nice.
but I would love
Like,
to see them as adults, too.
they'd probably be background characters as adults because they'd be all Chibiusa doing stuff. Like,
Have Chibiusa be the actual main character for once.
because then we'd still get Saturn, because Saturn's her right hand essentially, and then we
Mhm.
get the quartet
Mm.
Yes.
and make
It's
it a new evil that she's got to fight.
and Sailor Chaos technically is still in the future, because Sailor
Mm,
Chaos comes in at the very end of the manga. Sailor Cosmos actually is the one who mentions her.
yes, they did get mentioned.
It
Oh,
w
you know what I'm hoping they do? I'm
hmm.
hoping that they do the Cosmos Fairy,
Oh, that fairy.
the Cauldron Fairy.
The
Ah,
the one she has, like, a
Hoping they
really
do her, because 'cause I'll actually be upset because she's the one who
she's
talks to Sailor Moon is, "Do you want to continue doing this? Do you want a restart button, or do you wanna go back to the life that you were just living?"
yeah, that is very important.
it's
I'm
this
actually pulling it up too.
this character, right?
She's very cute. It was nice
Yes.
because at the Viz Media cosplay competition, the announcer was actually dressed as her.
Oh, that's
Oh.
That's who
awesome.
she was cosplaying the Cauldron Fairy.
And I I okay, this is gonna be controversial. I agree with Loki. Unpopular opinion, Loki says, "I would rather" okay, I wouldn't be this dramatic, but Loki says, "I would rather carve my eyeballs out with a rusty spoon than watch a series about Chibiusa," and it would feel very Boruto.
No, Boruto is I don't even know anymore. I took a glimpse at that series, I'm like, "The f is going on?"
I've never watched it.
And it's literally
Don't
like
do it.
that picture of aliens.
Yeah.
That is what's going on. Boruto has just gone off the rails. I have no idea what's going on anymore.
I'm not even
Interesting.
caught up with it, so not even I just knew of it, and I'm like, "Yeah, that's not a series I'm getting into."
I
No,
saw glimpses of it and I was like, "What just happened? Who are these people?" Because they had a really pretty character. I was like, "I want to cosplay her. She's really cute."
yeah.
There's some weird military experiments going on people and
What?
like, what happened?
That's so wild.
It's a very big wild card. It's still popular though.
Yeah.
Like it's still doing strong.
Ah,
Big mood.
my god, Loki, if I
Yeah.
get through 100 plus episodes of Naruto, I refuse to do it all over again.
Yeah.
So, Sailor Moon that is a possibility. We could go past Cosmos. This movie could be that's been my theory for, like, years, has been that we could get something past Cosmos. The fact Naoko happened to say that she actually has an idea for a new scout, I think could be leading that direction.
That or it ends just like the manga
Yep.
and we get an announcement for the 35th anniversary. Honestly, I know we're gonna get a lot of stuff. Like I said, I hope they don't skip the Cauldron Fairy. We've seen a lot of iconic scenes. I'm just like, just do the manga.
Just do the
Just follow
manga.
the manga, do it exactly as it was. That's what we wanna see.
I think it's gonna be really interesting because then Usagi's memory gets played back with Sailor Lefay, I believe it's pronounced, because she's the soldier of forgotten memories, I think. And then her sister is the one who
It's
makes
Leafy,
Usagi remember. Lethe, thank you.
Hmm.
One day I'll get that right.
and
But
then her sister is
Nemesine.
yeah.
So I thought that was I don't know, that scene to me in Stars always stuck out because we never got that scene in the Stars anime
Mhm.
where Usagi does Usagi fight you guys can remind me, does Usagi fight her memories in Stars about Mamo being dead?
She doesn't know Mamo's dead until the very end of Stars,
Oh,
when Galaxia shows his star seed,
okay, that's I couldn't
and then she
remember.
is broken, and they kinda have to go, "Usagi, we know
Yes.
he died. You got shit to do, ma'am."
So that's gonna
Um,
be really interesting because we've never seen this version of Usagi who is having these, like, PTSD attacks.
mhm. It's going to be a very emotional Usagi. It was a very emotional arc. You're dealing with someone who's watched her about to be husband die in front of her, and
Mhm,
then she's to protect herself, she essentially creates that he went off to the States, and then she's watching her friends die, and she's, "Oh, they're just not here at the moment."
Hmm.
mhm.
Um, so it's a very psychological
Yeah, the 2 movies are
Usagi's
gonna
gotta
be
look at herself.
rough.
The 2 movies are gonna be a lot of crying, I feel like, for the fans.
Yeah, I cry over puppy videos on TikTok. I'm just waiting for me to get to announcements so I can cry over this movie.
One other thing oh my gosh, and one thing I always love to appreciate about the manga is just how all out Naoko went, and I hope we see this.
That one of whose castle is that?
That's Galaxia's.
As like Galaxias.
Hmm,
Galaxia.
so hopefully we see that.
Yeah, because I got robbed a bit of
Mhm.
Galaxia's backstory and everything, because in the '90s anime, she's don't get me wrong, I love Galaxia, I adore Galaxia, but she's very one note in the anime until the end, and I feel like you get more mystery with the manga.
Yes, can agree to that.
That is Notre Dame. It's very stylized.
It's a mixture of of a cathedral that can't pronounce oh shoot, how do you say that? But let's see, because one of my followers actually talked to me about this, about what it could be inspired from. If I could share the image, that would be great, but I can't really. Ah.
No.
It said no. I'm literally trying to fight it, and it's
Mm.
oh,
Um,
darn.
eh, we're gonna get a very different show because the manga and the 90s anime were running simultaneously. So they didn't know what was gonna happen. They essentially had to be like, "Hey, Naoko, can we get a hint of what you're gonna do?" And she was like, "Here's Galaxia. Here's Eternal Sailor Moon. Here's Chibi Chibi. Good luck.
Have fun.
Make it up."
Where would you 2 say that Stars went off the rail compared to the manga?
From the very beginning.
I think the beginning.
Like, from when Tux dies?
I mean, from the very beginning, because he doesn't die the same.
Mhm.
She also doesn't know about it when she does in the manga. Like he died right in front of her face.
Mhm.
Yes.
Alexia laughed at her.
Yeah.
Um, it was just from the very beginning. You also don't have the Eternal Scouts. You don't have the is Chibiusa's in the stars, right? No.
I think she, like, goes home
Does she go home?
in the anime.
Yeah.
No,
I
I
think
think
she's the
she comes back for the final battle, though, I swear.
yeah, for the final battle, but during the beginning part of Stars.
Yeah, because Chibi takes over her
Yeah,
space,
I
I
don't
think.
remember. It's been a while since I've rewatched
The
I
the
don't
90s.
think
90s anime.
Chibiusa's in it. Chibiusa is not in the final battle.
Really?
No, she appears when they all appear as angels.
Oh,
Oh.
that's
That's because I'm
interesting.
like, no, she doesn't come. So that's a difference because we are actually going to see Chibiusa come back and fight
Yes.
with her scouts. In the 90s anime, she showed up at the end when they're all in the angel forms and coming back and being reincarnated again.
Hmm.
So we didn't see that. We didn't get to see Sailor Kakyu. We didn't get all the anima mates
Yep.
like we're gonna get now. It was a completely different storyline. It
Oh,
had the essence. Yeah, because
uh,
also the Seiya romance was a little bit deeper in Stars
Hmm.
uh,
than it was in the manga.
yeah, instead of Seiya trying to wake her up and, like, make her remember, Seiya's trying to romance.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's trying to marry that, put a ring on it since Maru's dead. Trying to think. The storyline had the essence of what was supposed to be on in Stars, but it was completely different. You have a different fight scene. Galaxy is a completely different person.
Oh my
Mhm.
god, so much, so much.
Um, so we don't have the fact that she is just doing this to do this because she's more powerful. She is just like, I'm a badass bitch. I feel like conquering the universe. Where because Chaos is also not a part of Galaxia
Yeah,
in the
Mm.
manga. Where in the 90s anime, the reason why she's like this is because Chaos has corrupted her. Chibi is her starseed,
mm,
which is not the
Mhm.
case. Chibi is Sailor Cosmos.
mhm,
Um, you also have her guarding the Star Garden. You have a healing scene for Galaxia, which does not have Galaxia gets off by Chaos.
yeah,
Uh, does
that's
Sailor Moon try to save her? Yes.
Yep.
But Chaos ends up killing her instead of
the happy ending.
Usagi healing her and then going she tells this new healed Galaxia to lead the star seeds back into the universe uh,
Yes.
to replace where she took them from. Where you've got just Galaxia is just does not give a in the manga. She is
No.
I'm just
Yeah.
doing this because I lived on a trash planet and I want to do it.
No,
Period.
genuinely. Like, she is angry just at life.
Yep. Why are you happy?
"I'm
That's
not
essentially what it
happy,
is.
why are you happy?"
Exactly.
Mhm,
And then Sailor Denzel also said that they're really looking forward to the castles. I'm excited for the
mhm.
castles.
Yeah, because we're supposed to see what Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto's
Pluto.
castle.
Mhm.
Yeah, Miranda, I know they're all named after moons, right? I'm
Time to
pretty
check.
I'm pretty sure because Miranda is a moon of Uranus, and I think it's
Mhm.
Triton for Neptune, and then Pluto's is completely escaping me. We're getting them in Technicolor. I'm so excited. Imagine those castles, because those castles were so elaborate in the manga. Like, they look so good.
Naoko was very good at like still life shit.
So good.
Like what
Chara,
she
so
could
good.
do with some backgrounds, I was just like, look, she drew those cars and shit because she was a big car. She's still a car person,
Yeah,
but like, her shit is so detailed. Like she is a phenomenal artist to be able to do that.
Chiron. Okay, so Chiron is the castle for Pluto. Thank you, Loki. And then Lynn, did you find what you were looking for?
Not in particular.
Okay,
No. I'm looking.
Galaxy with a full see. Trying to think. Because basically any of the extra Sailor Animamates, I think, is going to be a very interesting segment.
Mhm.
Because we did not get Sailor Heavy Metal Papillon. We got a very different version, or to me at least, like, they are different to me. The, Sailor Ironmouse, Sailor Leg Crow, Sailor
The uncle,
thank you.
aluminum siren.
Yes, I just completely blanked on that. But
We're
I
getting what? Nemesine, we're getting Lethe, uh, was it Phi and
Chi?
Chi?
I don't know how to pronounce it. I know it's spelled Chi.
Sai. It
Sai.
should be I
Phi.
believe it's Sai. Or Phi Kai. I don't remember.
Phi and Kai, I think it
Okay.
is. So
Yeah.
we're gonna get
So we're
all of
getting
them. Oh, sorry. Didn't
yeah, we
mean
are gonna get all of them, which is really nice.
Phi and
Phi
Kai.
and Kai, yeah.
Okay, cool. And it's one of those interesting things where it's like, okay, if you guys could pick a scene from Sailor Moon Stars, what would you put into the Sailor Moon Cosmos movie? You wouldn't wanna see this not be in Stars or
Do
Cosmos
you mean from the 90s anime or do you
yeah,
mean from the manga?
from the '90s anime.
I don't remember.
For me, I know exactly what scene it is, so we can
I we've already seen that it's gonna happen, and it's the Starlights concert.
oh, the one where she's in the Ferris wheel?
No, just the concert. They're gonna have a concert for the Starlights. So they're gonna have a concert.
Oh, yeah, because 'cause don't they
So I'm
have a
excited
concert?
that they're gonna have a concert. They have a concert in the 90s anime. I think there's one in the manga, but in the 90s anime, they have several concert scenes, like, they flick to them, but I know the one that they do is, like, their last concert that's calling out for Kakyu.
Which my heart broke at that concert when Usagi's sitting in the Ferris wheel and Seiya's looking up at the light.
Isn't that the date, though?
Is it the date? I thought it wasn't the date.
That's the
I thought that
date.
was the
That's not the
concert.
concert. He would have to be at the concert.
But I thought he was at the concert and then she couldn't get in, so she had to watch from the Ferris wheel. Unless I'm completely off, which I could be.
I would have to rewatch it.
It's been I rewatched it during everything that during 2020, but I have not rewatched it
I
since.
have not rewatched it.
I
I
haven't
just
seen it in a while, so
I just have this image in my head because I remember it was when Seiya wasn't feeling well. I might be mixing things up. I'll just give up.
I'm trying to remember. I'm like, I haven't watched it in a moment.
To be fair, I literally had just rewatched Crystal. I just reread the manga and I need to rewatch the 90s anime, so I might be
But
off
the
on my
90s
lore.
anime is out there. Like, it's completely different.
Yeah, like I actually need to spend some time and watch the 90s anime over again.
Also, like, their, like, reveal sequence between the 90s and then Stars. Because in Stars, man, they're just like, "Hey, we're the Starlights."
Yeah.
They just reveal it, and I'm like,
Which okay, we talked a little bit about this at our panel at AFO today. Secret identities in Sailor Moon are so wild because they don't like try to hide anything. It is just like we are here.
yeah.
also, secret identities don't work in the Sailor Moon manga. They recognize each other.
That's true, they do.
They don't actually work. They recognize each other. Because Momater's wait,
You're sick.
that bitch has Odongos and that bitch has Odongos. I think they're the same person.
They gonna be so interesting. We have so many questions that I know we're gonna watch this back after we've seen the movie and been like, what were we thinking?
Or it's a I
I
told you
just wanna
so
be able to watch it.
conversation.
What did you say, Celine?
Mhm. I just wanna be able to watch it.
You just want to be able to watch it, and I agree with Lynn. It's gonna be an I told you so competition. and I,
But we don't even know who's getting it. Nobody's announced that they got the rights to it.
I'm calling it right now, Anime Expo.
that's your theory.
That is my theory.
I can see it.
That
Or
Viz
on
is
her
gonna
birthday.
announce who gets it.
Yeah. Granted, on her birthday and Anime Expo basically are right next to each other, so it doesn't even matter.
Because I'm wondering, like I said, I'm wondering if, on her birthday, we'll get an announcement of where the US release is gonna be, or if they're gonna wait for Anime Expo. Because it's like, it's a toss-up. Do you do it on Usagi's birthday? And do
Mhm.
it because they're gonna do it there's gonna be announcements on her birthday. We know there's gonna be merch announcements more than likely. The movie will be coming out on her birthday.
Her birthday's gonna be humongous this year. Like, I think it's gonna be a milestone birthday.
I don't know why, because is this year the 30th anniversary? It was last year.
Last year,
That was last year, right?
1992.
I was like, it's the same year as me, so I'm like,
Yeah, so it's I don't know anymore.
Here's 1992.
I just feel like they might just announce everything just because technically this is the last arc.
Mm,
You think
So
they'll just
gotta,
throw everything out there?
yeah, that's usually what happens a lot too.
'cause
Until
we're
the
on
arc
year
ends.
31.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, we're on year 31, so where could we possibly go?
New
But it's
Guardian.
Let's go.
maybe, I don't know. It's one of those things I'm like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna make an absolutely new series?
Oh,
Oh, manga's
August 9th.
91.
Oh, interesting. And actually, that kinda reminds me of something that Loki brought up earlier. Loki said earlier, I'm actually not sure that I would want a continuation. I would rather start over with something new. Sailor Moon as a media is too classic and too precious to too many people.
You're not wrong. I can give you an example on that. That's not
Okay,
Sailor Moon related though.
let's
Go
go for
ahead.
it.
Final Fantasy 7. If you guys played it. So Final Fantasy 7 and the Final Fantasy 7 remake. The remake is basically when you're playing if you played the original and you played the remake, it feels like it's an alternate universe.
Yeah. I've watched people play and I was like,
Yeah. This doesn't look right. And I'm like, why did I cry over this character when this character supposedly offed him not offed himself, like he got offed in the first part, but then at the end of the remake, it's like I'm confused. So now it feels like everything is an alternate universe and spoilers for whoever who didn't see the rebirth trailer for 7, there is a scene with the enemy and he says along the lines of she died, so who is she? I'm like, but everyone's like, I don't understand why they're changing up the story. And I'm just like, oh, guys, just think about it as an alternate universe. It's a remake.
yeah.
An
'Cause I've
alternate
I've watched people play it and I was like, this isn't the same game that I played.
Yeah, because everyone wants the same game. But
Better graphics. That's all we
yes,
want.
exactly.
You could do side quests and shit like that, but I'm like, we just want the same thing, just better.
which I feel like is what Cosmos is trying to do.
I would love if they told us that they were gonna redo the beginning of Crystal.
Oh, same. Just
Mm.
better animation, that's all I want.
Better animation and follow the storyline.
That too. Because where do they veer off in the story on the first season?
The generals.
Besides, okay,
Ah,
that's the major one.
That's the hugest one.
Yeah.
And they also were showing a romance going on between the scouts and the generals inside of Crystal,
Yes, I forgot about
which
that.
is not in the manga. That is only hinted through a artwork that Naoko did of the generals and the scouts together.
Yes, it was one piece of artwork, and I believe she never said that they were
She
supposed to be
confirmed, I
together.
believe.
Oh, she did?
I think she confirmed. She was like, "Wouldn't it be nice?"
But you think that's
But it
maybe
was
why they
supposed to be.
changed it?
She killed them off, so
That's fair.
she
Nobody's
probably
happy.
thought of it after she killed them, and she was like, "Damn it."
whoop. My hand
Oh,
slipped.
'Cause it's this
oh
image,
no,
it's
the
like,
Rocky Rocks have been crashed.
"Oh, n"
Yeah, that
Yes,
artwork.
that one.
so she
Ugh.
just saw this and then was like,
Well,
"This would be
there
cute."
was a hint of, I believe, Jadeite and Mars for a second
Oh, okay.
inside the manga, if I'm not mistaken.
Let's
There was
see.
like a recognition or something from him. I forget.
Let's see, Loki coming in. Naoko Takeuchi drew a picture of the at the conclusion of the manga showing each general posed with a Sailor Senshi. Zoisite with Ami, Jedi with Rei, Nephrite with Makoto, Kunzite with Minako. Naoko claims she was thinking of the past lives of these characters, which implies a possible love affair between the four inner Senshi and the Shintenyo in the past. However, only Kunzite's relationship with Sailor Venus and Jedi's with Sailor Mars have canonical support.
Thank you. Okay, that's what I thought. There was like something with him remembering or her remembering about each other.
Do we see them at all in Stars?
No,
No.
no.
Oh, that's so sad.
Pocket Rock do not talk in stars because Mamoru's dead.
Yep.
Mamoru is dead from the first moment of Stars. I'm
Yeah.
I'm hoping that within the first 5 minutes of Stars, it's just and he's dead. I was like, "That's canon,"
I was
'cause that's
thinking
how
about the
quick
same
he
thing. I was
died.
like, how are they gonna off these characters? And I'm like, are they
Mhm.
gonna do it as soon as we start? And I'm guessing
Because that's what happens with Mamo.
exactly.
Stars opens to you I think you have a few pages, he gives her the ring, and then
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like, "Hi, welcome to the show." Die.
Mhm. God, it reminds me of another show that I watched a long time ago, and I was like, "Oh, I got really attached to these characters." And the end of the episode, I'm like, "All right, there goes there goes my heart. Just
there
gonna
goes my
cry every episode."
attachment. Fantastic.
And then I did the same thing the next episode. It just kept going, and I was just like, I don't like this show anymore.
I don't like it. You're like, "I'm gonna stop being emotional." Thanks.
Yep.
In a way, I get why she couldn't have the generals, though, because there are already so many new characters in this arc.
But also Mamoru died,
Yeah,
so we don't have any connection to the Pocket Rocks. The Pocket Rocks are probably in his apartment, which Usagi has not gone back to.
Oh, do you think he
that's
left
right.
them? Oh, poor guys.
Probably.
They're sitting on the mantle just being like or his nightstand being like,
Like, we can see the battle in the distance.
Yeah, like,
Oh,
I can imagine them being like, we're gonna wait, somebody'll remember us, somebody'll remember us." No one remembers them.
just throws in the Little Mermaid. Part of love.
I'm
and
like,
then you got Jedi in the background going, "Hey guys, I gotta use the bathroom." Like, I don't know them. And they're like, "Hold it, bitch.
"Loki, you should cosplay Kunzite."
I don't wanna cosplay Venus, though."
Rip.
I would look cute as Venus, but I'm just like, I like being Usagi.
Oh my gosh. Alright, so what other theories do you guys have about this new movie coming up?
Just wanna watch it.
You
I
just wanna
know.
watch it.
Just
I
wanna
wanna
watch
watch
it.
it. I'm, like, so bad. At least with Eternal, like, it pretty much came out on Netflix as it was in theaters in Japan, right? If I
Mhm.
remember correctly?
I
It
think
was, I
so.
think, right after, I think it was on Usagi's birthday or something, like, it was on a Thursday, I remember because everybody was like, "We can't have Sailor Moon parties to watch together," because it was on a Thursday and everybody had to work.
Mm.
But it came out pretty much right after the movies hit theaters, and it hit
Mhm.
Netflix.
Yep.
And I'm
So
just like, "I have the movies, please."
we will blast it over all of our social media channels when it's announced we're gonna get it.
I'm just
My
mad.
thing is that Crunchyroll posted their announcement on it. Um, oh, the latest, like, trailer, so I'm sitting here, I'm just like, if you announced it, but nobody else has like, if somebody else has, like, a different, like, news article or something,
Mhm.
Crunchyroll might potentially be partnered with whatever, and hopefully we'll get them. Might be a licensing thing, I don't know.
The problem is Crunchyroll normally doesn't get movies as they're releasing in Japan.
Yeah.
Oh, could that
Unless
be
wait, did they get the Demon Slayer? No, because it was the Demon Slayer aired here in the United States. The fact that the Sailor Moon did not make it into theaters here actually pisses me off.
don't even get me started.
Because
I could
why I'm like Demon Slayer got it, but not Sailor Moon.
and I get it, we're an older fandom, but we exist, we're really still here.
I think my problem is, and it's a big issue that I have. I am wearing Demon Slayer. I enjoy Demon Slayer. Why is it that you guys are bringing the movies here, but you're not gonna bring Sailor Moon when all of the Sailor Moon events that have happened in the United States have sold out?
Oh, really?
When they did,
That's
like, when they
awesome.
brought the Sailor Moon musical here,
Yeah.
and they did it in New York, that was a
Yeah.
sold out that was a sold out musical.
Yeah, I was there. It was packed to the gills.
You have Sailor Moon events that happen and they sell out, they're packed, but we can't get the movie over here? Like, I'm not understanding. I'm like, they didn't even test the market to see if it would sell.
Yeah. And
What they should have done is done like the California and the New York theaters, and if those sold out, that's when then they should bring it down and tell the rest of the theaters because it's, "Oh, shit. All of our shows sold out." I'm like, "It would
Well,
sell out. You would have full theaters."
and I just gotta say, they did the last musical in theaters. The Stars
Mhm.
version of the musical. It was in theaters.
Mhm. Certain theaters, 'cause I wasn't around us, unfortunately.
Oh, I'm sorry, that sucks.
Yeah, it was very select theaters, but I'm just like, y'all do your Studio Ghibli stuff, and, like, Regal does that, and it's not a packed theater, but they still do it. I'm like, "And you couldn't bring Sailor Moon over here?" But it also that brings up the question is, how much was that Sailor Moon going for, the movie, to be able to show it, to get a hold of those
Oh.
reels? Because remember that you have to think they gotta pay for those reels, and if those reels are too expensive,
Mhm.
they're not gonna bring it over here. But I'm like, how much was Demon Slayer? Didn't they do the One Piece movie over here too?
Lynn?
Yes. I've
Mhm,
watched I think twice.
I was like,
mhm.
I know Lynn would be good for that info.
I'm trying to think. They did the One Piece movie, they've done the Demon Slayer movie. What else did they do? They've done the DBZ movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
That
just
one I
like
did not watch though.
I'm just like, "Why am I not getting Sailor Moon?" But like I said, how much are the movie reels going for? Because that could also be a factor.
that could be a
But I'm
huge
just like,
but I
but also it needs to be subtitled.
Yeah.
mm. Do we are getting an English voice cast though, right? Or an English
They haven't
dubbing?
announced anything.
Again, I think they're gonna announce everything on her birthday, if not at AX.
Mm,
You know what? I like that theory because it lines up. It's
mhm.
late.
Because it is that's also the release of the second movie too, so it's
Yeah,
Mm.
and her birthday is on a Friday.
Ooh,
Yep.
So I think we're gonna get everything in 2 weeks.
so we just gotta
I
wait.
think they're gonna keep announcing merch stuff over the next 2 weeks, but the big announcements I think are gonna be on her birthday and the following week after her birthday.
Agreed. Ooh, and then Sailor Denzel brings up this interesting point, which we get a glimpse of it in the manga. Sailor Denzel says, "I hope we get more of Queen Serenity when she went to the cauldron to speak with Guardian Cosmos."
Oh, yeah, like a scene because she goes there wanting a child.
Yes, and she's desperate and like, it said that like the star was born or like the light side of the cauldron.
Mhm.
And that's gonna be
That
so
she saw it or something.
she saw
Like,
it.
the there was the brightest star, but it says that she was the brightest star. Queen
Whoa.
Serenity was such a bright star, and she wished for another. So it was Virgin Mary kinda thing, 'cause she leaves the cauldron pregnant.
Yes, because I actually got the page because I thought it was, uh, that okay, so Cosmos says, "I am that which failed to form into a star or planet and ruler of the cauldron's darkest stars, chaos." And they say, "Child, you who have inherited the power of the cauldron's beautiful light, with your own hands you have slain your own kin, the wicked dark stars born from the same sea as yourself. You have made light brighter with the blood." And made your name known across the galaxy. Is that not I
Mhm,
just found that an interesting part of the manga because Chaos is I almost feel like taunting Usagi in that moment,
Hmm.
and
I love my wife.
please.
It would be terrifying. She was a very scary lady. She's
She's
very much very powerful.
but I do hope we get that scene where she does go to the cauldron because I would love to see that's one of the areas I hope they expand on in the movie.
Mhm. Something that they've mentioned, like, they do mention that Queen Serenity goes there and wants a baby, essentially, and she walks away pregnant.
Loki's gonna kill me tonight.
That's my wife, everyone. My husband wife. I put a ring on it, and I said I do.
I love it.
she's gotta put up with me, and I'm a do you see this? My wife has to put up with it. Uh, my wife lets me buy this. I also am a book dragon, so yeah.
All right, before we wrap up, any last thoughts on what we could see in Sailor Moon Cosmos, the movie?
Just give me the movie.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Okay, there's actually one scene. There's actually one scene when I was reading through really quickly, is where Mamoru gets kicked in the face by Galaxia. I really wanna see that.
Wait, he gets kicked in the face?
You see that? It was the best scene. I was like, "What?"
He gets
Is that when he's, like, controlled by her?
where is that?
The worst. Hold on, I'll
Yeah,
send it to you. Hold on. Oh god, when was this? Has to be before this time. Yeah, it was just like I just watched it and I'm like reading, I'm like, "Oh, he gets kicked in the face." So think it's in chapter 58, maybe?
58?
Let's
Poor
see.
Momo.
58 or 59, it's one of the 2. Yeah, 58 towards the end.
I'm looking.
Page 127, 28-ish.
128? Poor Momo, though, like, he goes through so much.
It's because he's a bitch. What he deserves.
Oh, we can't find it. I can't find
Okay,
it.
it's fine. Here you go.
Okay, let me
Oh,
make
I don't know if my camera will focus, so you're gonna have to bear with me while I figure this shit out. Okay. So he like kisses her chest and then
Oh, yeah.
kisses her feet and then gets kicked in the face.
Oh my god, and she
That's
high
what he
kicks
deserves.
it.
I was like, this is amazing.
She is, like, served.
She high kicks.
I was like, this is amazing. I love it.
That's the thing you're most looking for.
I was just like, we love manga Mamo, but it's also like a redemption for at least kicking 90s Mamo.
So, yeah.
That's my imagination the entire time. I was just like, ah, yeah.
I'm most excited for Sailor Fi and Sailor Kai because I really like them.
Huh.
I'm hesitating. Loki said, "I'm surprised the poor man has any teeth left. Those boots are made of crystal."
It's true.
Yeah, poor Galaxia, or poor mom.
Galaxia had to suffer his kisses. I understand.
Yeah, that's true. Oh,
Anything else before we wrap up this episode? All right, Celine, you want to start us off?
All right. This brings us to the end of our show. Thank you for joining us for episode 13 of season 2. We'd like to thank our guest, Superrlynn, for joining us today for our Mooney Mayhem. Please go ahead and plug yourself, Lynn.
all right. Just in case if you guys missed, I am Superlynn. I am just a casual fan, so I like to analyze for the most part. But yeah, I one day will hope to cosplay the Sailor Scouts at some point. But usually I'm always behind the camera taking photos for Michi. I still need to finish them, so bear with me. But yeah, just follow me on Twitch or Instagram. Usually I'm very active on Instagram via stories. But I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, the podcast today, and enjoyed our shenanigans. So just give me the god dang movie. At least, please let me know anything about it. I just
You can
just
take
want to
the day
watch
off.
it. I should take the day off for that.
I know. That's why I'm like, give me the announcement. I need to put in my day off. Thank you.
BTO time.
Um,
Exactly.
I'm already taking PTO time off for when the second book of The Fourth Wing comes out. So
I love that for
for
you.
Iron Flame,
Good.
I'm gonna read all day.
I love you so much for that.
You gotta do it before any
Um,
spoilers come out.
yeah. Although it's gonna take a second. It's fine. I'll just stay off TikTok. As always, our fellow Moonies, make sure to follow us on all of our socials. Do it now. You can find those on our link tree in our description. And don't forget to join us next Saturday, which is
Mhm.
our last episode before our break,
Yes.
as we go on another Mooney adventure, 7 to 10 p.m. EST. So, yeah, next week is our last episode before we take a significant break.
Yeah.
Michi might be doing some fun Mooney stuff with you guys in the meantime, but we need this break,
Yes.
we realized as we were doing stuff that doing an episode every week is actually not something we can do.
No.
Yeah, we realized that we were burning ourselves out. We were burning ourselves at both ends. So when we do come back after this big break, there will be some changes. We will try and announce some of them next week.
Yes.
We we are going to be moving to a different schedule. We will not be doing this every week, but Michi might do like some fun stuff. Mainly because I was like, we can't do this.
No,
Holy crap.
it's not sustainable, as Loki said. It's not sustainable at all.
It's
And
not sustainable.
we
We are
want
going to run out of shit to talk about.
yep. And we always want to give you the highest quality content, so we don't want to just throw something together.
Exactly. And then I've been Selene. I am your co-host. You can find me. My socials are I also do Twitch. I have actually been on a hiatus. One of the reasons we are going to be switching up our schedule, I actually have not been streaming myself because I literally could not. I was like, I can't switch. I can't stream twice a day. That's essentially the iTwitch that happened. But you can find me here. I am Celine_Laufeyson, and my Instagram is Catarata. That is my cosplay name. I haven't cosplayed in a while, but you guys can see like my Princess Serenity cosplay and my Nehelenia cosplay that I always talk about. Or you can look us up at Witch Crafts. That is actually my store with my wife. We have a sticker shop and resin shop. And yes, we do have Sailor Moon themed items. We're gonna get them up. I have cool pop sockets, which I actually have to remake because they sold out at the witches market.
Yay!
A lot of people were like, "This is Sailor Moon," and I went, "Yes," and they're like, "I would like this, please." Uh, we also have, like a
Good.
Sailor Moon sticker and stuff like that. So check it out. We'll be posting stuff as we get stuff up. Oh, and
Awesome.
then our Etsy. I didn't realize the Etsy's on there too.
Yep, I
Etsy's on
added
there
it.
too. Yeah, and that's our Etsy shop. There's stuff going up. We just had to take a hiatus because we had a big market this past Sunday.
Yes. Alright. And then if I
Your
can
turn.
wrap myself,
You can do it. I
here
promise.
we go. Hey, hi everybody. And now I can okay. It's hard when I'm also the one controlling everything. As always, I have been your host, Michi. You can find my personal socials at MEW21, usually underscore cosplay for Eternal Mooncast. You can find older episodes of our show wherever you listen to podcasts. There are 10 episodes to the first season that are out now. Also adding our latest episodes to YouTube, lightly edited. So if you want to check that out, we've already put a few up there. We appreciate any likes, comments, subscribes, follows, or however you want to support our show in your own way. As a quick reminder, these are just our personal opinions, and we celebrate all respectful Moonie opinions here. We are working hard on the show to be a place for Moonies to come together and discuss their theories and love and passion for Sailor Moon. Remember, as Sailor Moon once said, the moonlight is a messenger of love. Good night, everybody.
Good night. We love
Good
you.
night. Thanks.